Hello? Hello? Mother? Mother? Bueller? Bueller?
Hello. Test. Test. Test, test, test.
All right, welcome to Rounders Live. Tonight's game is going to be a 5-5 PLO with a $10 rock. I'm JT, and the booth with me tonight is Jersey John.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on there, John?
You know, same old, just another day.
Another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise.
Seat one's going to be Todd. Todd's one of our big O players, actually, in Omaha. And then, seat 2 or seat 3?
Well, seat, that looks like that's Jeremy.
And seat 3.
And then we're going to have B in seat 4. Chad will be seat 5. Seat 6 is open at the moment. Seat 7 is Jason. Seat 8 is Anel. And our final seat will be Chris. But I don't know if we have any cool nicknames that they're going to go by tonight.
No, not that I'm aware of. So tonight, everybody's going to be dealt 4 cards. This PLO Pot Limit Omaha. You can only bet the pot amount. You can't go all in, which is good for me if I ever play it. I'm an all-in player, trying to make people fold.
All in, hope you get lucky, right? If they call you,
oh yeah.
Hope I get lucky.
I never have a made hand. I'm always drawn to something. So unfortunately for me, it doesn't work out as well as you would think.
And but you would think it would work out better in this game because you have more of a chance to make a hand. You get more cards.
Usually second best.
Okay. But at least, a game with more than 2 cards. That's my cup of tea. I'm excited about this one. I love Omaha. Probably my favorite game to play.
Should be a great game. Good players out there tonight. You normally would see our 5-5, 5-10. But tonight we're mixing it up with a little PLO action tonight.
It went from being 15-minute blinds to like 10.
And again, 5-5 with the rock. The rock, as you can see there, you can see it in the bottom of the screen there, or in the middle of the screen there. The winner of the hand will have the rock. They will pay $10 as part of the blinds will still put their blinds out. They'll put a $10 straddle, so to speak, I guess. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, basically a $10 straddle,
yeah.
right? But it goes to whoever won the last hand. So
right.
It jumps around the table randomly, which is nice.
That's the fun part about it. And then they get position on the first pre-flop, and then it goes back to regular action from the button. And then the gun will act. The small blind would act first after the flop. It makes the game a little bigger pre-flop as well, since this is a pot limit game.
Absolutely.
And it looks like we're getting some cards in the air.
What's up, Nick? Glad you're in the chat tonight. Looks like we're going to get our first hand underway.
Yeah, and I believe we're going to play straight PLO the whole way. No bomb pots tonight since we're already playing PLO.
We're playing bomb pots every hand, single board.
And for those of you that aren't used to playing Omaha, remember you can only use 2 cards in your hand, and you must use 3 from the board. Not like Hold'em where you can make a straight with with just the 1 card in your hand should four connecting cards come. Getting underway here.
Yes, that's my iced tea. You can hear the ice clinking.
That's a great sound, especially on a hot summer night.
Right. It's the real iced tea. It's not a Long Island. It's a brewed to the best.
Looks like we got a couple calling hands here. Nobody raised pre-flop, so we're 5 to a flop with some connecting hands, some suited hands.
So you want to look for a king jack or a jack 9 or sets, right?
Yeah, and we have a rainbow board, so we're not really having any flush draws out there. We might have some connectors. Chad has connectors to the not flush, or I'm sorry. My brain is mush tonight. I'm a little tired.
Well, we're looking right now.
Backdoors is the word I was looking for.
We have 5 players in this hand, and no one turned a flush draw.
Yeah.
That's very rare. There's no sets out there.
This is a pretty tame hand.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
B does have an open-ended straight draw.
On the low side. And there's a whole lot of nothing.
Queen 6, 2 pair.
Queen 6 is good. You're not going to see a lot of action on a hand like this. Queen 6 isn't going to go crazy. In Omaha, obviously, top and bottom pair is a very weak hand. But on that type of board, it's normally going to be, it's going to show down, it's going to win.
Yeah, well, 9-7 got there.
Yeah,
the 10-6, 8 river. So 9-7 does make a straight, but no one had a straight. Chris will take down hand number 1 and take the rock. Now they do have the white chips, the red chips, the green chips, the black chips. The white ones are $1 chips, mostly for tipping. Of course, it has to be tipping. The red chips are the $5 chips. The green chips are $25, and the black chips are $100.
I don't seem to ever have black chips in front of me.
I'm lucky to have white and red.
Yeah.
No greens, no blacks.
So now the action, the blinds, as you can see, are in the middle of the table in the 4 and the 5 seat. However, since Chris won the first hand, the action is going to start in the 2 seat because the rock maintains position pre-flop. B has a king jack 9-6 with 3 suits, which kind of isn't great, but he might want to see a flop with it. It's never great when you're blocking your own suits.
Yeah, he's got 3 spades and a heart. So,
ooh, the queen jack 10-9 from Jeremy. I love that hand. It's what we call a rundown. 4 cards, going to make a lot of. The only problem with this hand is it's a badoogie, as we call it, 4 different suits. I'd like to see some suits there, but it's still a very strong hand. Chris, of course, with the suited ace. We don't know what it now has. Ooh.
That's a big flop for Chris. Ace-7. We don't know what it now has.
So, Chris, that's a big flop for Chris, but in the great old game of Pot Limit, when you have no kickers whatsoever, it could get you in a little bit of trouble. If it now has the other ace, he's more than likely going to be way ahead here. But it doesn't turn out that is the case. It looked like he had the only ace in the hand, so he's able to take it down.
Yeah, any other ace could call. But again, if someone else has the same ace hand with the 3, 6, 7, they're going to fold the ace-queen thinking they have flopped the full house easily.
Yeah. But it was a good idea to put a feeler bet out there just to find that other ace. So that way you're not calling on later streets not knowing where you stand. But looks like we have somebody coming into the 6th seat now.
If it's not raised, it'll come back to you.
Todd just sat down in the 1 seat, so we got a full game right now.
Yeah.
It acts like a traditional.
That'll be Caesar in seat 6. Looks like he's coming in for that looks like about 1,500.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice little starting stack.
Yep. Todd has I can see 800 in front of him, plus what those black on top. I'm assuming he's about another 500, so I would say approximately 1,300.
He probably won all that on the Big O table he was playing on earlier today.
That's a small stack for Todd. When you play with Todd,
Well, he cashed out like 17,000 or something, I guess.
Todd definitely plays very deep, and he's always representing his Kansas City Chiefs. You will always see him with some kind of Kansas City Chief gear on.
Mike Stone's in the chat. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Need you on the table, but it's full right now. We're surprised it got full. We had one seat open there for a few minutes, but Caesar elected to jump on in. Yeah, it's a good lineup. Thank you.
Todd with the ace, turn deuce 4.
He's folding that hand, 100%.
He's a little sad we're not playing Big O or PLO 8 right now, because that would be a decent opener there.
Yeah.
Because
King Jack 7-6 from Chad. I like the double suited hand with the high and low draws.
B is also double suited, so we have spades and diamonds represented on this hand. So somebody will probably flop a flush draw.
Caesar's going to jump in the first hand with Jack 9-3-3.
And there we go.
Who has the diamonds? B.
B has Jack 6 of diamonds plus top pair. A couple backdoor options.
Uh-oh. A nail's going to come out firing, so he must have.
He may have the nut diamonds.
He could have the nut flush draw or a set.
Yeah, with a set, or he might have some Broadway backdoors. Or it'll be a good question since we can't see his cards.
I'm going to put him on a set. He can't see his cards, so hopefully when he turns them over at the end, he'll show us the set.
We can't see either cards. And B, you'll notice, was it B that had the flush draws? I don't remember who had the flush draw, but they folded because a Jack high flush draw in Omaha isn't worth playing a big pot for. You know, you're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble sometimes with those type of hands.
And Nail's he definitely has a set.
Yeah, he went at 160 there. I did see a king blocker out there, so a set of kings wouldn't be as likely. Maybe a set of tens.
I'm going to say Jeremy has the straight wrap. Queen Jack.
Some sort of straight wrap for sure.
Maybe with bottom diamonds or something. Because we saw the Jack high fold.
So now we'll see if it now has the set because he would have boated up. I'm guessing 10's full, just based off the king blocker that we saw folded. It looks like he's going with it, so yeah, definitely a full house.
King full. Oh, 10's full, just like you said, yeah.
No, with the king blocker, so he had that's a great hand, you know. Middle set can get you in trouble in Omaha, but when you have that king or that overcard blocker out on the board, it makes a set of kings even less likely. And as we saw, another king was folded, so he basically had the nuts there. You know, obviously he couldn't be quad fours, but otherwise he was in great shape.
Hey, Rhonda and Jen, thanks for joining the chat. Hopefully we'll see you on the stream again real soon, Rhonda. The 5-5 and 5-10 are coming back to Tuesdays. But yeah, I definitely put a nail on the a set. I put them on kings, but 10s were just as good.
And and the only reason I didn't put them on kings, obviously, is because of the blockers, not because of. It must be 10s, just because. No, I had the advantage. I had the advantage of seeing the king folded, so it was more likely 10s there than kings. But if I were playing against it now, I would have put them on kings, without the advantage of seeing the whole cards.
Yeah, just by having to take a stab in the dark, he's never leading out without a set on the flop and the turn.
Yep.
You're listening to JT in Jersey. John is in the booth with me tonight. Thank you, John, for coming out. Appreciate your help.
Hey, love doing it.
PLO is one of your better games that you like to shoot the. What's that saying? Shoot the. I can't think of it.
Shoot for the moon, maybe? I don't know. The other saying I'm saying I don't think we can. I was thinking I don't think we can say. On
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
but-
We'll just move on. Move on.
Also, that's why we're not.
All right. So next hand now has the rock. So the action's going to start on Chris. And we don't see his cards, but he likes it enough to call. That gets rid of everybody. It looks like it's falling around the Chad, who has a suited ace.
I like the ace queen 2-5 of Caesar,
Yeah.
but then Chad flops the nut flush draw,
With backdoor wheel options.
and Chris is firing out.
Chris is firing. We don't see his hand, so maybe some kind of 9-10 wrap.
Or set of eights.
Set of eights, exactly. Of course, Chad's going to look him up with that flush draw.
And Nell's in the hand as well.
He may have the straight draw, so we might be looking at a set versus straight draw, flush draw.
9-6 and 6-4 get there.
And Chris slows down. He might be a little. That slowed him down a little
Yeah,
bit.
straight card.
Yep. And now we have
Ace 4,
Yeah.
4-6, and 6-9.
too many straights out there.
Set's gonna take it down.
And now his look doesn't have that look like he hit anything. He looked like he missed. That's my guess. Chris might take a stab at this, depending on
It's gonna show 2 pair, 5s and 3s. Don't tell me he has 9-10. He missed a 9-10 draw.
And now
Oh,
the
wow.
4-5. Wow.
Bottom or close to bottom 2 takes it down.
Wow. So they must have both had. Chad had the nut flush draw.
He
so.
should get a 1-round penalty for not betting the nuts.
Hey, you don't see that every day on that coordinated board to have bottom 2 take that down. But okay. I think that would have been a good. A lot of people will say, "Oh, you can't bluff in Omaha." Well, that was a bluffable situation if somebody had blockers there. Had a 6 in their hand or even 2 6s in their hand where they're blocking straights. You might be able to take a fire a bet, but
Right.
it's check it down, play it safe, and move on to the next hand.
Rhonda's in the chat. She's happy to play in the stream next Tuesday. We were like 10 seconds away from having her play the mixed game the other night.
That was close.
It was close. She said yes and then hit on us.
She could have had some of my money. I gave a lot of money away in that game the other night.
Big Cheese, say hello to Big Cheese. No big hands yet, which is good. I thought, these guys are going to get like an hour under their bet and then under their belt. And I always say bet. But there's going to be some big hand over big hand here pretty soon. Set over set.
It always happens in this game. Ace 5 3 2 again. The great old game of PLO 8. That would be a beautiful starting hand. But we're playing high only tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I have that hand in Big O or Omaha 8 or better, the flop is Jack, Jack 9.
Oh, of course, every
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
Every time. Yeah, nothing, just a lot of mediocre hands here. Nothing special, so we're going to see a lot of the flop here. And that's an action flop.
Well, Chad has a straight. He flopped a straight with hearts.
Chad he has heart blockers. Not necessarily his heart's going to be good, but based off of what we're looking at, they're good. We don't know what B has. But it's nice to have those blockers when you flop the straight, because at least you do have some sort of a redraw, or you're at least blocking the flush draw that's going to be up against you nearly every time.
That's a good bet for Chad. He does have the flopped the nut straight.
Yep. And Chris called with 2. Does he have 2 pair there? Yeah, he has 8-6.
Yeah, 2 pair. So the 10 comes off. It's a scare card, anyways. Oh, he's got 3 pair now.
3 pair.
Does he call a 180 if Chad?
Well, Chad no longer has the nuts.
Right.
So that card
Queen
might,
Jack.
He's still
Jack
going to
7
bet it.
beats him.
Yeah, he's still going to bet it. He's going to go about. He's going to go about 3/4. Yeah, from 150 to 180. Chris does a 7. Chris is thinking about it. It's so hard when you have the 3 pair of hands. They very rarely come through for you. It's a tease because it's like, oh, I got 3 pair in my hand, but he made the right play. Lay that one down. If he had hearts in his hand, he can make that call all day. But without the hearts in his hand, or without the, obviously without Queen Jack, or maybe even if he had King Jack and have at least a semblance of a redraw, he can call there. But not a bad laydown.
That's a good continuation bet by Chris.
Yeah,
I mean, the card does beat him.
it's an excellent continuation bet because a lot of times that card there will freeze you up and allow you to lose control of the hand there. And but he bet out like he still had it, and he did. He still had the best hand, so he was able to take it down.
So this is interesting, right? The small blind is the $10 rock, and the big blind is $5. So
There you go.
So Todd's gonna be first to act.
Out of the big blind.
Rhonda says Big Cheese is chilling and screaming all in every hand. Well, that's how you're supposed to play PLO.
That's how you play.
All in every hand.
Hey, in PLO, every hand you're 60. You're no worse than 35-40%. You go all in every hand. Your odds aren't bad.
You don't make no money folding.
That's right. Todd makes the call. It's nobody really likes their hands here. Haven't seen a lot of really big hands yet.
Yeah, I'd like to see that ace suited with a spade or a club.
Yeah, I mean, 3 Broadway cards are nice. You'll hear the term dangler a lot.
That's the deuce, right? The deuce is a dangler?
That deuce is the dangler. It doesn't connect with any of his cards. I mean, it technically connects with the 10, but you're not really putting your money in on a 10 high spade draw. But sometimes them danglers can cause a lot of destruction if, a couple deuces come out on the board, something like that.
Well, Jason came out betting with the Jack 8-8, and Chris is calling him down with ace deuce queen 10. What he's hoping for, the 9?
Might check back, so he probably had clubs. Jason did.
Jason let out.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
He bet 25. A jack is good right here. A 6 is good right here.
Yeah, these hands.
Or kings. And of course, Chris isn't calling 25. Oh, it's $50. Sorry. I just saw him grab some green ones. So.
Nothing to call with. Been amazing if that deuce was good though.
Oh wow, yeah. He looked him up.
That would be amazing.
A $50 lookup. Big Cheese would have tossed in $50 and said, I got best hand. Pocket 8s. Oh, I thank everybody in the chat already. Thank you, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I believe this PLO game is going to step it up a little bit here. Everybody's getting their feet wet.
Let us know what you think about PLO in general. Again, it's one of my favorite games. It doesn't have to be yours, but I do enjoy the game. I like the fact that we're, showing it on the stream because as much as I love Hold'em too, it's just it's nice to see a variant, and we need to keep those games alive because they're great games.
Right. If you have any questions about PLO, feel free to ask them. I'll go out inside the main card room area and ask someone who they know the answer and bring it back to you.
We'll ask the guys on the stream for sure. Boz has a couple of wheel connectors with the suited ace. He folded that. Todd raised to 55. I'm guessing he may have aces. He might have 4-card rundown hand with 2 suits. Chris has the 9-4-2-2. That is Not the strongest hand in the world, but we'll see what happens.
Then we get a check and a bet here. The good old continuation. But Chris does have hearts. Might be 9 high.
Let's see if he likes his hearts enough to continue with it. He does. He does. And he's technically best right now. And he's still... Todd's got a lot of outs. Now he picked up
Now he picked up clubs, straight draw.
Yeah.
A 9, really. His 10s are good. He's got a pair of 10s.
Yeah, he's got a pair of 10s in his hand. So he's good right now.
Well, he's looking for a black
Chris
card on
is
the
just
river.
going to call down with those hearts.
And he does make a flush.
Todd makes the flush. He's not really worried about Chris having the flush here because he called on the flop. So Todd's thinking more than likely he called with hearts, not clubs. So his community high club is going to be good here the majority of the time, and it is.
And 3-10's a big bet.
And
Call with a pair of 4s.
yeah, if he thinks, even if he thinks Todd is bluffing, Todd's going to have overpairs here the majority of the time.
Right.
Which he actually does. He has the overpair plus the flush. So even if he called and missed the flush there, the 10s are still good.
So the rock is on the button. Everything should play normally.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing to have the rock on your button. You already have position. Let's let's get the rock on the small blind when we're out of position. That's makes it a little more enjoyable. It's always nice to have the rock. That means you won the last pot. So the more you have the rock, the more pots you're winning.
Hey, Big Cheese, thanks for joining tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's a great game, great lineup actually. These guys are top PLO players for sure.
Dealer enticing. Words that have never been said.
Never.
Steve Hammond, how you doing? He's in the chat going, no, I don't know what he missed.
You heard that already, so be prepared.
Oz is going to start the action here. I don't see his cards.
Well, the rock is on the button, so it should be.
Or no.
Ace King 9-4.
Yep, suited ace.
I just wish the 9-4 was suited as well.
Yeah.
I don't really like to play just two cards basically.
Yeah, he's basically playing a hold'em hand here because the ace king is really the only
those
cards he's got working for
Those
him.
are two danglers for
I
me.
mean, the ace four is you know, you got wheel possibilities, but
I like Jason's hand. Ace Jack with the 3-4,
absolutely
double suited
much
hand.
much more. I'd prefer to have that ace Jack 4-3 at any time over the ace king 9-4. Todd's in there with a pair of sixes with a king 5. Oh, wow.
And of course, you just flopped the nut flush with
I'd
the
take-
Ace King. Chad, great call.
Let's just take back everything
Perfect
we just
play,
said,
Chad.
making us look bad as usual.
Perfect play, Chad.
So Todd has a 6-high flush. He knows it's not going to be good. He might stick around just to see. You know, he might stick around for a street just in case Chad might have a set here and see what he
Okay.
does.
Anel has a set.
Yeah, he's got to have a set here. What
That's
else?
the only reason why he's
it's the
calling.
only thing you're calling with. Let's see. Did anybody fold out the queen of spades? Because we could have ourselves a royal. If not, I don't think I saw the queen of spades.
If Todd calls, he's going for the 7-3 of spades. Runner.
Calling just for the runner. Yep.
Yeah.
I told you, he knew he was no good. If he was the only one left, he might call one street just to see what Chad decides to do on the turn. Oh, I thought we had it. We did not get it. I was excited there for a second. I wanted to see a royal.
I think if he bets around 375, Anel's going to fold. There's no way he can continue without having the board pairing on the turn.
That's about what he put out there, didn't he?
Unless he wants to play a big pot. Of course, I know the numbers.
Nice call. 375 in the 800. He's got 1.3 behind.
If that hand's so big,
If you
I bet 275. I want to keep him in.
I don't know. So he's got a set of jacks, right? That's what we're.
Tens or jacks.
That's what we're predicting here. He's got a set of jacks.
Does he want to gamble?
Okay.
And
He put it. He laid it down.
he says, no, that's a good bet.
He could have had. No, we can't have the king high. So yeah, Chet had that locked up.
Ooh, he could have had 9-8.
Could have had 9-8.
Ooh, and that was a queen of spades. Yowza, yowza, yowza.
Yeah. Nah, he didn't have the 9-8. He's not. The spades. It had to be a set of jacks.
You had 9-8 of spades.
On to the next one.
Yep. You're watching the 5-5 with a $10 rock. PLO.
And as you guys announced last week, it's Tuesday night. We only have tonight and tomorrow are the last time Rounders will be closing their doors. Because come Thursday, Rounders is a 24/7 operation.
That's right. Starting this Thursday. The doors will not be locked.
I'm guessing they may lock them for a few hours on Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's my guess. I don't know. Maybe, but otherwise, the lights will always be on and you'll always be welcome. It don't matter what time of day or night it is.
Steve in the chat says, I enjoy PLO. I was once told that PLO can make you a better Hold'em player. Well, he says, I'm still waiting. Yeah, you got that. I'm with you there.
Me too.
I'm with you there.
Yep, I agree. All right, so B has Jack, 5-4. I like it just because he has some connection there, you know, with the 5-4 to go along with his jacks.
I like Chad's hand.
Ooh, I love Chad's hand. All right, we got some good hands here.
Chris has a good hand.
Chris has got a good hand because his, you know,
I don't like the 3.
Suited 8.
Who's got diamond?
B's got diamonds.
And a straight draw.
And a straight draw. Chris has got the, you know, just the ace, which isn't great on this board.
Ace king is going to bet against an ace queen's calling, I would guess.
Yeah, Chris did bet 100. I would venture to guess B may take a look at this. It's a tough one. It's not necessarily a great flop for him because it is a gutter ball. And, you know, he has the jack high diamonds.
B is going to look him up.
So he does look
and a
it
straight
up.
draw.
Yep, that's what I said. He's got plenty of equity there. That's a brick for B, so a big bet should get him out of this one. And Chris does fire with just the one pair, right? He just has the one pair. He knows that card was a brick for a lot of hands that are calling him on the flop, though.
Well, that chip counts, right? That's a... That's about 40% of B's stack.
Well, B's a very good Omaha player. I've definitely played with him a few times, and he's going through. Yeah, he's running it through his head. Yeah, I mean that's a fold there for sure. But he's running through his head of what kind of hands he's up against and what kind of equity he has, and you know he properly deduced he doesn't have the proper equity to continue there, even though his diamonds were good.
Yeah, but Chris did show him ace king with the king of diamonds, so
yep,
he could have had another diamond
exactly
underneath there, and he could have been drawing to just a straight.
And you're going to see that a lot in Omaha, you know, and you know, for those, again, if you don't play a lot of Omaha, your third, fourth flushes, your queen highs, your jack highs, your 10 highs, they're not going to play strong because, you know, with everybody having 4 cards in their hands, you know, the ace and king combos are going to be out there the majority of the time on those type of board textures.
Right. Alex asks, how long is the stream? The stream is 3 hours, and we do go into overtime based on likes and donations. So we'll see how that goes. We only need to get 75 likes, and we'll be on our way to overtime.
He would throw a couple sixes.
All right, Todd folds. Todd folds. Here we go. They're the aces for the first time tonight.
And nothing
And they're
suited,
dry.
yeah.
Dry aces. Which we all know, us PLO players know, dry aces are just a simple pair of aces. I mean, it does have a Broadway connection to it, but those are definitely one of your weaker
There's
aces
your
you
aces.
can have. And boom,
Aces
there
versus
it
a
is.
flush draw.
Yep. So here we
Does
go.
Caesar continue with the jack high flush against a set of aces?
Yeah, Chad's got to bet this. He's got to protect his hand. He's got to make the draws pay.
85.
85 into 100.
He's got to know he's up against a set straight draw, and he's going to call with the jack high. Man, what if he turns a black 9 here? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Nail gets out of the way.
Chris is guttered to the Broadway.
Excuse me, everyone.
He might with the call ahead of him. He might. He's going to peel.
And he has backdoor diamonds.
Yeah, he's going to peel and has backdoor diamonds.
I mean, he needs a 10, a black 10.
Yeah, a black 10 is going to be
Or a black 9 would be such a bad card.
Oh. Lock it up. But that's not really going to get Chad any more money.
Chad has to check here.
Yeah, this would be a good. You don't want to slow play a lot in Omaha. This would be
There
one of
you
those
go.
spots. This is one of those spots where you
Exactly
slow
how I
play.
do it.
That's the only way he's going to get, and he's got to induce here. It's the only,
There you
and
go.
it looks like it might work. Good play by Chad. Way to
Perfect.
go, Chad, because he wasn't getting another dime any other way.
Yeah, you can't lead there.
Yep. Now the question is, when you just call here, because that's what I would do. Do you take that chance and check back on the river?
You have to call and then lead out.
And then lead the
Just
river,
call.
right? It's the only
you
way.
cannot raise here. I know
Yeah.
you want to put them on king ace or king 3 maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you want to call here. Don't. If you want to play this and try to maximize as much value as you can, just call.
just call and let him. Maybe he catches the heart. He can. Oh no.
No,
No.
don't do that.
No.
He's hoping he had ace king, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's blocking
king
ace
3.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that can call him is quads.
Yeah. He's hoping he had ace king there, and
He did get an extra 200 because he cannot lead there.
Right. He never gets any more money if he leads. So, the only possible way he could get even more value is if he check back and a 9 rolls off, and he might or a diamond and he gets value. So I would have liked to seen just a call there, and then do like a half pot lead on the river.
Your hand is so big it
Yeah.
cannot.
And if he had quad kings, you're going to go broke anyway. So what's the
Exactly,
difference?
exactly.
What's the difference?
You're going to raise, he's going to
Yeah,
shove, and
yeah.
it's going to be like, oh my gosh, you got so lucky.
Yeah.
But he could have caught a 9 on the river.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said just call there, because if he had the quad kings, it's getting in on the river anyway. So just call, half pot lead on the river, and hope that he hit the diamond and it'll pay you off, or he hits the 9 and pays you off.
Right. Caesar has a good play just at the wrong time.
Yep. Yep. He definitely had to go for it there. Now he has the Jack 9-4, which not a strong hand to me. Again, jacks don't play strong. If you hate jacks and hold them, you really hate them in Omaha.
I hate jacks because every time I lose with jacks, it's not that I have them, I have aces. And someone else has jacks, and they beat me every time.
Yeah.
That's Hold'em, not PLO. I'm not talking about PLO. I'm talking about Hold'em.
We're going to see his flop 5-handed suited ace for Moz. We don't know what Caesar has here. Thought he had jacks, but that was... we have a flop with 2 cubs and a king. Chad is blocking all the straights. Well, he's not blocking the low end, but he's blocking the nut straights with his 2 8s in his hand. And he's got the 5-8, so he's going to like his hand a lot here. And now another king rolls off, and Todd has trips. And Chris leads with basically just his 2 pair. It's 10s and 6s. Todd, of course, is going to look them up. He doesn't. Todd doesn't love his kickers here in case there's another dry king out there. So Todd's going to hope the boat ups to feel really good about his hand, and he doesn't. So 4-5 did get there, and Todd does have 2 4s to block the 4-5. Or not? Yeah, Todd has 2 4s, so he doesn't. He's not going to be as worried about 4-5 there. So he, at this point, knows his king is good. He still may just check back here because there's not much he's going to get value from. And he does. And he's going to win the hand.
Quickly turns over to 10s and shows the king 9.
Yeah, that's a good check back by Todd because you're not going to get a lot of value there, and you're only going to get called by hands that beat you. A better dry king is going to beat you there, which is what you're going to be up against the majority of the time. Or the straight, but again, he was blocking the straights, so just check it back, take your pot, you're good.
Yeah, Chris had the flush draw, and it didn't get there. Of course, he's never going to bet on a paired board, even if the flush did get there. Seems like everybody always has it.
Always.
You sun run all night?
You got the flush, they got the full house. You got the straight, they got the flush. You got 2 pair, they got the set.
Yeah.
Just average PLO.
The maddening thing for me is when I lose 3 hands in a row with the second nut flush, and then the next hand I would have had like the 9 high flush and it was good, and of course I had folded.
Right, absolutely.
Happens all the time.
I typically have ace king in my hand.
Now there's a premium for B. That's a premium. I mean, it would be even more of a premium if the queen jack were suited as well, but we're not ever folding this one.
No sure words have ever been spoken.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't rate. Well, he's in early position, so that's another strategy you'll see employed in PLO. When you're the opener, there's not much you can really do since it's a pot limit game when you make the raise, except bloat the pot. So you kind of want somebody to raise after you, and then you can put a back raise in if you really like your hand.
Well, I like Caesar's hand a little better than B's only because his is double suited.
Yeah, look at this. And I like Chris's hand as well with the 3-card rundown. Now he's got a dry ace.
So I'm going to say the board's going to be all 8 and under.
Yeah,
8 and under.
Todd with the 5-3 is gonna hit this hard, right? We're gonna see like a 2-4-6.
And the nail's going to be, there you go. There's a 6.
Oh, as I say that, there's 2 6s in the Nell's hand.
All low cards, dealer.
There it is. 2
Boom.
low cards. I told you Todd was gonna like his hand because he's got the 5-3 open-ended. That's a rainbow board. All those high cards out there, we knew what flop was coming.
He's hoping someone turns an ace, but there's 1, 2, 3. Possibly all the aces are out. Someone could have mucked one that we didn't get to see.
So we did
A 6 is a bad card for him because then a nail has a set. Who has the 4?
Caesar has the 4
Caesar jumped ahead with 3 4s.
with the ace, with top kicker, and he's ahead here, and it takes away one of Todd's out because now if the ace does hit, which we only
and
have
the 6.
we only
so
have,
he's
yeah.
dead. He can't hit
he's dead. He's dead with that straight. That was a terrible card
for him. 6 or
Yeah.
an ace.
Yep. So there's only 1 ace left in the deck, as we can see, and only 2 6s. But even so, even if he hits them, it would be bad news. And he gets out of there. Good full, Todd. You were drawing dead.
B gets a really nice premium hand and swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's always disappointing.
There we go. 3 7s.
And
Chad.
the 7 hits. Ooh, that's a nasty card.
How did Chad get there?
That was a nasty card because Chad had really nothing there. Oh, that's nasty.
He was drawn for a 9 and caught a 7.
Yeah. Terrible river for Caesar. Terrible.
And he's going to get looked up and see that the 7 caught up quickly.
That's just major run bad right there.
Would you see how Caesar bet on the river?
Yeah.
See what he bet?
Yeah.
75. You know what my theory is?
I've heard you talk. You've told me this theory a million times, and I've heard you say it on the stream. The 3 chips.
Yep.
3 chips, three of a kind.
See it? It works. I'm telling you, their subconscious does that. It wasn't pot ratio. It was I have 3 of a kind. I'm gonna lead out 3 chips.
I don't think I hit 3 of a kind at all last week on the stream, so I don't know if I did that. Now that you say that, I have to go back and watch.
You have to be aware of it when you're betting, so that when you're playing and you do have 3 of a kind, you'll bet
4 chips.
Yeah, well, an odd amount.
And then so if I bet 3 chips against you now, I can represent the chips. All right, cool.
Is he making fun of you, Carl?
Cool. Take that into consideration.
I'm folding anyways. It doesn't matter what you bet. But if you throw out 3 chips, I'll say, oh, John's got a set. He's
got a set. Awesome.
Just to make sure so this thing can read it.
All right.
Let's watch for the next person that does it.
I've been messing up. I've been watching it.
Caesar with the Queen Jack 7-4. He's in the cutoff, but he's acting first because of the rock. You know, it makes for an interesting dynamic on what becomes playable hands, since, you know, being in a cutoff, you know, after the flop is a great position, but before the flop, you don't know how bloated this pot's going to get. So it makes the rock definitely makes it an interesting dynamic. I like Chaz's, you know, hand to a point. Definitely worth seeing it in an unraised pot. 2 clubs out there. So Chad has a flush draw with a pair of 3s.
And then now has the overpair 10s with a gutter ball straight.
Yeah, but I don't love that hand. I mean, like if I could see a free turn, sure. Do I want to call a pot size bet? Probably not. And good job, Anel. I know Anel's pretty new to this game. I know Anel very well. He's a great Hold'em player, a great tournament player. He's done very well here in tournaments. Plays a lot of cash. He told me tonight he's been wanting to play this, and it looks like he's already looking like a seasoned pro here. That was a pretty good laydown because you know, a lot of beginners would definitely call there because of just having some possibilities. You want to hit the set. You want to try to hit that gut shot. A lot of new players, it's hard for them to find folds in those spots.
Yeah, if they want to gamble a little bit.
Yeah, they like to gamble. Caesar again, first to act. Suited king with the dry ace with wheel cards. Again, you have possibilities. When I'm acting first there, I don't know if I, you know, maybe limp and hope that it doesn't get raised. I don't know if I want to play this hand to a raise if somebody raises after me.
Caesar's getting a lot of good hands.
He does. He's had some bad runs so far, or bad luck, I should say.
Well, he tried to bluff at the very wrong time.
Yeah.
Aces full.
And then he lost that hand with the 4s.
Yeah, and he only could get called with it better.
So we see flop. We got 2 aces, and there you go. There's one for Caesar. Let's hope that nobody does that. And there's 1 7 out, so set of 7s is very unlikely. So he should be in good shape here, based off of the hands we see and don't see. I'm going to guess he's way good.
Yeah, we'll have to see the 2 hands that Todd's folding quickly. B's out of the way.
Yeah, so he's going to be good here. And he gets no resistance. Takes it down.
You only have 2 pairs, Chris. Nope. Really? What I got?
Win the pot, become the rock. There you go.
9-7.
Wow. Well, we didn't see the last one.
Yeah, I mean, you had 3 pairs. Yeah. It's like anything but a 9. Anything but a 9. Yeah, anything but a 9.
One other heart fell out. Well, that's the only time you'll see that tonight.
9 was the worst card I could see.
I thought about it with the backdoor diamonds, and I was like,
This is the worst card.
Alrighty. Next hand underway. The good old game of 4-card. Omaha. Jason's going to be first to act. Nell definitely has a way playable hand
Yeah,
here.
Nell got a nice hand.
Double suited, 3 Broadway cards with the wheel connectors to the low cards, so he's definitely going to be. And Jason puts in a raise with 4 fair gap to run down, 10-8-7-5. That's going to hit a lot of combos. Boz calls. He has a dry ace, but he has connected connectors with Broadway cards. Nine, 8, 5, 5 is in. 3, 9, 7, 4. Somebody's gonna hit this flop pretty hard. And it comes the rainbow.
King 3, 2 pair for Nell.
And Nell picks up top and bottom, which in this particular hand puts him in very good shape. He's not gonna, it's not a hand that you're gonna fall in love with. You're kind of hoping to hit that a little harder, up top, to have the redraws. But he does make the call. Caesar has 3 hearts in his hand. He can't call. So we're going to go 2 to the turn. And Nell's going to be way ahead here. But there are a lot of scare cards that can come. That's not one of them for him. It does get Jason a little bit of trouble now because now he's
Jason
got
has
10s
2
and 8.
pair. Yeah.
Nell's got top 2 on a board that's not hugely connected. I mean, the backdoor spades are there, but he's going to have to bet this. When it checks him like that, he's way ahead.
150.
That's a good bet.
175-ish, something like that. 150.
It's a good bet. Will Jason look him up with with 2 pair? Or can he get away from it?
He's thinking I can catch a 10 or an 8, but the 10's a really bad card.
Yeah.
The 8 is the savior.
That's all he can catch is the
He
8.
has no flush to go draws or anything, so I'm sure he's going to lay it down.
I don't know his PLO experience, but I'm pretty sure he's, he's smart enough to know that.
No, he's too good. He's too good. He plays a ton of Big O, so I'm sure he's not.
Yeah, and if you're a Big O player, in those spots, those aren't strong hands.
Well, if you guys are out there listening, don't forget Thursday's stream is the 5-5 El Thunderbird and Friends.
Oh, is it going to be half as fun as the last one? If it's only even half as fun as the last one, that's must see. Do we still say must see TV, or how do we say it? Must watch stream.
Must stream, yeah. Well, Sonny's going to be playing for sure.
Yeah.
And Cosmo, who came in and commentated with me, will not be here. He did have his baby.
Oh, good
so
for
he's
him.
staying at home.
Congratulations, Cosmo.
Yeah. And I'm not sure of the rest of the cast that came down from California.
Well,
the stream and play, but they were lively bunch.
That was a good time, and I think we started the mixed game after the game. After the stream ended, they were still playing back there, and they were still having a good time. And that, I implore you to watch that stream on Thursday. That's going to be a good one. Fun.
Yeah, they have a good time for sure. Trey has a lot of good friends, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, Bond says, 6533? And he calls. I am surprised we have not seen the big overpairs as much tonight, kind of like the last stream. It's,
right.
Obviously with 4 cards, you have, much more of a chance to have these type of hands, but haven't seen them much. 8, 8, 10, 2 clubs.
One thing about PLO, everybody plays so tight.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, we're only 6-handed out of 8, so
Yeah.
they're playing pretty tight. The other 2 guys folded.
Yeah. real tight.
They're tight.
They're totally
They're
tight.
tight.
And
The
the
two
straight,
guys. They made two guys fold.
straight gets there for Caesar with just a redraw to the straight flush. So he wouldn't mind seeing a jack of clubs should he get any resistance here. But nobody has
It's gonna fold around.
nobody has trips. Nobody has a full house, obviously. But
After making a bluff with the ace king king board, he's winning a lot of hands all of a sudden.
yeah, but in a way, that was an action board right there, and nobody had anything. It's
Right.
just, when you have middle connected cards like that with a suit out there, you're going to think it's going to go crazy, and nobody just had anything to play there.
You're supposed to go smoke, Todd. Huh? You're supposed to go smoke.
Runner. I'm watching this 9-eye flush all here.
So Jason picks up a king 10, 10, 9, definitely playable here, especially since he's suited with the king 10. Now has a very playable hand. I like this one too. Double suited. He's got the Broadway connection. He's got the the 7-6 connection. He's got club blockers in case somebody has clubs. Like his hand a lot.
I think Todd folds this hand. Oh wow, that surprised me. I didn't think the
Well, he's in position. He's in the cutoff. He can definitely see a flop with this hand. I mean that.
Caesar 9-9-8-8, hoping to flop one of his sets, but the nines are eights and nines are gonna be very one-outed.
Yeah, but he's connected.
Oh, and Chad has queens.
Chad has queens with the 10-7. So he does have some connection there, suited.
So again, we're gonna get everything under an 8 on the board. See, king 8, king king ace.
Ace, king, king, and Jason has the kings.
Oh my goodness.
Has the king. He flopped very well there.
Yeah, because the 9 gets Caesar in trouble.
And now did not flop well at all. I mean, he does have the ace, but yep, he knows it's no good. It's a disappointing hand to have to fold because that one looks pretty. It looks so pretty. And again, we're flopping boards tonight. It seems like one person's flopping big and nobody's flopping big enough to play with them. And that's the great game of PLO. You see a lot of big hand versus big hand, and it just hasn't happened so far in the beginning here.
Yeah, and Jason bet a quarter of the pot, and no one could call. $50.
Right. That's what I'm
Normally,
saying.
you get 3 callers.
I mean, when you have six-handed like that and 2 kings flop, normally, both kings is going to be in somebody's hand. You at least have 2 dry kings out there that can see a turn.
Right.
Or, or maybe flush draw that can. All right, I don't believe you have ace king. I'll call a street, but we're not having any of that right now. So right now we're going to have to just blame Chris, our dealer, for not dealing action. Way to go, Chris. Chris, you do a great job.
Who won earlier with aces full of kings?
That was Caesar lost that hand.
Caesar lost it?
That was I believe that was Chad that had that.
Oh yeah, Chad.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody folded, because they were saying that Jason basically had aces full and they're drawing dead.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big hand for Chris.
Man. I think he's folding ace, king, queen, queen. Even though it is ace, queen suited.
It is always nice to have queens and then have the 2 overcards to your queens. Like,
Right.
It's like, all right, cool. If you flop those overs, I'm not as a bad shape as I normally would be with queens.
Anel's going to come in with the ace high of hearts plus wheel cards.
Not wheel cards.
Todd has jacks double suited. He's going to see a flop
With
for
connection. Yep, he's got plenty of connection there. Let's see that flop. And you look at these equities, and that's what's beautiful about PLO. You would think 2 queens with an ace king would be a huge favorite here, and it's not even a favorite anymore, based off of all these hands.
Everybody's outs are in everybody's hands.
Yeah.
So actually, the queens are looking really good.
Yeah. But I mean, it's only got basically 5% equity on
Yeah.
everybody else on that, and then there was. A
So
raise.
someone's gonna win with a flush here because all the paint cards are out. There we go.
And Todd flopped pretty big. I don't see him going anywhere because that is a rainbow board, and he has the overpair, or not the overpair to the board, overpair to his hand, I should say.
Is he gonna peel one off?
I think he can call here. Yeah, he definitely can call here.
Yeah, because everybody's. It's gonna come runner, low, low. It just cannot be any high cards left in that deck.
I'm gonna predict Todd gets here. He gets there.
Oh my goodness!
Wrong again.
How does the high card come out?
Wrong again.
I think there's a couple more. He can't get called here.
No, that's gonna kill his action, and unless he put a really low enticing bet out there. But Todd's gonna sniff through that. Yeah,
Todd
okay.
never calls
I'm
for
not-
a straight
Yeah,
with
I'm
a
not-
paired board. Never.
You're not taking me to value town here. I played this game way too long. He's like, you don't have to show me that king. I already know you have it.
Right.
I'm good.
Your worst hand is 3 kings.
Yeah. It's like I already knew you had that king. I already knew it.
Well,
Terrible card for Todd.
I think it would have been scary if Todd would have turned the straight. If Chris could have continued and then king on the river, a nice scare card that you can bet
that's
at.
a
You know.
huge scare card.
But with the king coming on a turn, he's never going to see a straight draw ever.
Nope. No, that was the worst card in the world for him, obviously.
B's only got a couple hands. B is in seat 3 or 4. And he's had 2 premium hands that didn't connect. This is his game. He's not making any hands right now.
No, you do got to make hands in this game. Like I said, there's plenty of bluff opportunities, but that more depends on board texture and the way the players are playing, in that hand to run those bluffs. Todd picks up kings. He's got a suit. Has a little connection down the bottom with the 8-5. Oh, B picks up aces. We got aces versus kings. And B has one suit as well. And we just had a call and a call because, again, B's played this game a long time. He knows that. And now raises with the. Oh, that's a good hand. King Jack 10-9 has a lot of connection here. We might see some fireworks here. Todd just calls, and B just calls because he doesn't want to bloat this pot. Or did he raise? He did. Okay, he potted it. He potted it. Yeah, that way he can try to get this down. That is a typical play with aces. You make that call in early position. You let it go around, somebody makes a raise on you, and then you can try to isolate here. And that's a good play by B. No, he's like, this hand's too good to fold. I got way too much connection here. He definitely wants, he's going to call it.
Oh, yeah. And now
He's got a great hand to play against aces. I mean, 2 of his kings are dead, but he's not really looking to hit a king. He's not looking for 2 pair. He's looking
he
for...
got straights and flushes.
Yeah, he's looking to hit some nuts here. Nut straights, obviously he's not going to have a nut flush. His clubs are
Wow,
blocked.
Todd's asking B how much he has left.
Yeah, this is a big hand.
Todd can repot it and win money from Anel
Yeah, these
if the aces hold up.
These are the kind of hands I'm waiting for, and I think Todd just needs to call here. Exactly.
He did just call.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, you don't want to. I think he knows he's up against aces, but he also knows.
Yeah, but B has 105 and Anel has 1,000.
Swing and a miss for now.
But
Big
Todd
swing
flops
and a
the
miss.
king high flush draw.
Yeah, so big swing and a miss.
Wow, Todd.
Yeah, B's gonna put the rest of it in.
Wow.
Well, it was only 105, so when you're already in for 400.
Yeah.
You still have runner possibilities.
See, okay, this is where Todd should pot it. Then.
An 8 of hearts for him, that would be a beautiful card. So Todd should pot this and unless
Oh, he did raise.
Yeah, there you
See.
go. Good play by Todd.
Now it's gonna fold.
He has to.
Yeah. Well, the board is so
Because,
missed. I mean,
well, that's the thing too. And if he just calls there, you let him live with that runner. Where if a heart came or
a
see,
9.
he had enough.
Todd wins with a flush.
And Todd got the flush. He's going to win.
King high flush. Kings beat aces.
That's pretty typical in this game.
I just think B didn't have enough chips that he couldn't continue betting on the turn. If he bets, pot on the turn, I mean,
Todd's
going to put a lot of money in on just a draw. But he does have an overpair to the board plus a flush draw. He could think he's good. But aces didn't hold up. Very typical in this game.
Aces are. And B played the aces correctly, so it's not like, oh, he overplayed his aces. Aces are worthless in Omaha. You hear a lot of that. Nope, he played it correctly. He flopped bad, but you make that call in early position. Somebody raised for him, and then now you got to make that big raise to isolate to get all those middling type of hands out of there that play well against aces. And
Chad is multitasking. He's in the chat and he's playing in the stream. He's mixing it up. San Antonio News, how are you guys doing? I say news, but Todd's going to take the $10 rock with kings cracking aces with the jack of spades on the river. B's going to reload and refocus. And
I had a king. I had 2 kings.
Nope, and Omaha's the type of game where you bring yourself a couple of buy-ins. You're gonna get felted 1 or 2 or even 3 times, but it's also a game you can make it back just that quickly. We've all been there. It's almost a rite of passage to get felted early.
right. Lose your first buy-in and come back
and then just come
and
back
get after
and
it.
crush it.
Yeah.
Chad's got a nice hand here. I like, Jack 10, 8, 7.
Caesar's hand's not bad.
Caesar's doesn't have a bad hand either. Playable.
I just don't like all the little cards.
Those little cards don't always, don't usually play well, but
you got B limping in for 10. There we go. Ace suited with a pair. 7s are dead. He's not going to flop a set of 7s.
Mel has almost the same exact hand, except
he's better.
he has the pair.
Oh no, the ace 9 beats the ace 7. Okay.
Todd doesn't have a bad hand either with the connections as a suit. So let's see what this flop brings. Let's see if we see some action. Jack 5-5. I don't see any 5s out there.
Or a jack. Oh yeah, jack.
Chad has a jack.
No overpairs to the jack, so.
B's got the flush draw and the pair. The pair of 7s as isn't good right now. But if he hits a 7, he has a boat.
7's dead.
7s
all
are
the
dead.
7s are
7s
out.
are out. Okay, there they are. They're all there. So if B hits a 7, then we have a problem.
Now has the spade nut spade draw. B has the nut diamond draw. And looks like a king gonna win it. Todd's king queen.
Kings and 5s are gonna win this hand.
An easy 300. Everybody's gonna check.
Yeah, everybody's gonna check this down. Somebody could stab at this and they're gonna win, but nobody wants to do it. That's the kind of hand you can stab at. See, that's the kind of hand you can throw a bluff out there. Throw a $200 bet out there. There's not a lot of connection there. I don't think a king-queen is going to call there because he's going to factor you at worst an ace-king. So, you know, that's the kind of hand when nobody takes interest in the pot, you could possibly get away with a bluff there.
5-handed and no one had a 5?
Yeah, so nobody has a 5. That's established by the river. So if you want a $300 pot there, take a stab at it. You'll get it.
Be hard for someone to call.
It's a real hard call. I mean, Todd, like I said, Todd's probably not going to call with a king queen there. He could get sticky and stubborn. And,
Based on your amount.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you pot it, he probably folded.
Yeah.
But if you bet $50, he might just
No,
look you up.
$50 is going to look it up. But
50 to win 400.
There was 300 out there. I like a $200 bet there, 225, something like that.
Yeah. Might as well try and steal it.
300 is 300. You know.
You pot it, it looks way strong. You know? You say, at least I got a 5. Might not have anything else, but I got a 5.
I don't even know the guy.
B's getting these hands. Queen, queen, jack, 9, double suited.
Definitely a good hand to play.
Hopefully we're coming into a raise.
I'm out of position.
Again.
I gotta get money in the pot.
But he's acting fairly early again. Did he raise or did he just call? I didn't see.
I could not tell.
He
But
did,
like
he
I
did raise
said,
this
yeah.
one to 30.
We probably gonna talk a lot of shit when I called in. With that all in on.
Jason, I believe, is going to play for sure. Oh, Anel's playing.
Yep, he's got that 5-4 connection to go along with
Todd's
his
gonna call.
suited ace king. Todd's already in for the big blind, so he's going to complete action, so why not?
I know that this is
2,
Ace 5.
4. Ace 5 gets there for him now. He's got a wheel
come play. Just
with on a rainbow board. There's no 5-6 out there. Chris has nut blockers, so he could possibly represent.
And a 6 doesn't hurt him. He makes a 6 high straight. If a 6 comes, but he really wants a spade on the turn.
I'm at like. I think me and you were up there.
Yeah, so he has those backdoor spades to go along with his wheel.
Yeah, he bet big. No one can call.
I haven't seen.
No one has connected with any of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh my God, that's
It's
bad.
a little quiet.
Yeah.
Too many trouble cards on the turn.
Just say fucking.
Actually,
Take
no,
it
I
down.
think 3 spades.
Does anybody know how many people are in the chat?
Take it down. Grab the rock. Go for the next one.
I'm doing great tonight. Thank you for asking. We're chilling in the booth tonight. Jersey John and myself. Watching a little PLO. Everybody's playing fairly standard, I guess.
Yeah, we haven't seen any out of line plays yet. The only quote out of line play we've seen so far is the bluff attempt went into the aces full.
Yep.
But otherwise,
It's a great play. I mean, he just
Oh, yeah.
he just walked into it.
yeah, you're going to represent the king there or some kind of full house, and when you're up against the nut full house, that kind of stinks. You know? But that was the only play we've seen that's really been a real bit, bluff. Everything else has been pretty standard.
I thought I bluffed you last second.
Chris has the king, queen, 9, and
Todd has queens also.
so I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna take a wild guess here and see. We're not gonna see a set of queens on this hand, but you never know. I've been wrong all night. Todd's really gonna like his hand here. Of course, he does. The only problem with his hand is his ace is dry. You always want to have that ace connection or that ace suit, but you're not gonna throw that hand away either. You're not gonna complain about it. B, of course, is going to see a flop with an ace 10, 9, 7. Oh, Chad has aces. We're not going to see a set of aces
Oh
either.
my goodness.
We're not going to see a set of aces or a set of queens. Nobody's hitting a set. We might see a paired board.
Sixes. Caesar's going to win with 6s.
So 10, 3, 2. Another rainbow flop. We're getting a lot of rainbow flops tonight.
I don't think ace 10 fall. Oh,
I checked around. Now
Diamonds?
the diamonds are out there. And
no diamond
nobody
draw.
has diamonds.
Wow.
Now Todd has the blockers for he has the nut blocker, which is
Chad did turn the wheel.
Yep, Chad turned the wheel with his aces.
Enough. You got me covered.
But again, he's not going to get any action because
No one has diamonds.
weirdly enough, nobody has any kind of hand to play with him. Again, yeah, it's just something you're seeing a lot of tonight.
And he's nice enough to show his hand.
Yeah.
No, I turned it.
It's just weird, except for the one hand where B and Todd got involved, where aces and kings with the flush redraw for Todd. We have not seen
You had my other.
a lot of these hands, which the boards are cooperating, would give you, that kind of action, but the players just don't have the cards in their hands to.
I'm putting on
To fight
Chad.
back.
I'm putting Chad on pocket aces every hand. Every hand. Well, if you want to come on out to Rounders Card Club and play, we do have 5 1-2 limit no 5 1-2 no limit tables running. We have a 1-2-5 no limit table. We have 2 5-5 Big O tables running right now, and we have the stream going on. If you want to come play the stream, if someone was to bust, you could get on the list and play. And our tournament tonight was a $5,000 guaranteed triple treat free roll. And luckily, only 80 people showed up to play it.
Oh yeah.
So you only got to go through 80 people to win the free roll. And it has closed the late registration, but it is a $5,000 guaranteed free roll.
Did they post the prize pool yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Prize pool is not posted yet, so we'll update you that when that happens. And also, this coming Thursday, our hours have changed. We will be open 24/7 starting Thursday. What is that, the 15th?
Exciting times. Oh, I forgot my phone tonight. I feel very naked without
Wow. A man without his phone.
it. I
Yeah,
don't have
that's
my phone. I can't look at anything. I can't look anything up. I can't read the
July
chat.
15th.
Ooh, Boz likes his hand. King, queen, queen, jack. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time, 24/7. And we definitely have the action for it. I was talking to one of the managers out there tonight because I was here last night till 3 in the morning working, and we still had about 8 tables going at that time. And we didn't close the doors this morning till 6:30. And we mainly,
What?
yeah, we didn't
Wow.
close. And it's mainly you're closing the doors because we just, we're not staffed yet for 24 hours. People are just, so we have to close until 9. But we have the action for it. That's why it's exciting times going 24/7.
People want to play. We just
Yeah.
don't have people that can work.
And we just didn't have, you got to get the staffing for it, which is what we're going to have that now, and we could do the 24/7 thing, and it's going to be a great time. I can't wait. So now again, another rainbow flop tonight. This is pretty insane. Again, it's connected. We're looking for ace fours, 4-6s out there. 6, 7.
Todd is betting the peanut low, ace 6. Ace 4 is the wheel.
But it's so crazy how we're getting all these rainbow flops and the hands are just totally missing everybody, but it seems like one player in the hand.
And Chad is looking him up. Looking to turn a 6.
Yeah, he's going to look to turn to 6.
Todd's looking to turn to 4.
That's a big bet to chase the gutter
Yeah,
ball, huh?
for sure.
Jack of spades. So
And that helps no one.
nobody has spades, but if a spade does come on the river, Todd does have the blocker to the nuts. And that's the kind of card you can make bluffs with. And we'll see.
Wow, Chris is coming out firing with his bottom pair.
He's just going to rep it. He's gonna rep-
Deuces.
He's going to rep the 4-6.
Todd's going to fold.
And he's
He
going
needs an ace, a 6.
Yeah, he can get away with this bluff only
Or a
because
7 he loses. No, a 7. A 7 he can win with. You have ace 7. But there's only one 7 left, it looks like, if it hasn't been folded.
Chris can get away with this bet simply because of the holdings of the other players.
Can Chad raise here?
He can only. That's all he can do. He can't call. He's got to raise or fold.
This is a 30-minute delay. So you're watching every hand like we're watching, 30 minutes behind.
It's just almost an anomaly tonight the way these flops are. Just so many rainbow boards.
San Antonio News says, I'm glad they're streaming PLO. I'm getting some pointers on the Thursday night PLO free roll.
He's not getting pointers from the commentary. That must
No.
be from the way they're playing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Come on out for that free roll. As a matter of fact, that's a good point. Thursday nights,
6:30 start.
6:30 start. You know, players all the time, they have an interest in PLO. Obviously, the newer players to the game, it can be a very intimidating game to sit down and play because it plays deep. There's a lot of variance. You can win money very quickly, but you can also lose money very quickly. A lot of players don't want to do that, obviously, when they're new to the game. So Thursday night, 6:30, we have a free roll, $20 for your entry or your seat fee, and your $25 actually with your check-in. And you come on in, and you get to play a free roll PLO, learn the game, and have some fun while you're doing it. And it's a great way to learn the game.
Right. It's not costly. You get to have fun playing with 4 cards versus 2 cards, able to see all the combinations you can have, all the options. Look at Todd coming in with 5-5-3-3 and the 5-3 suited, so he's hoping to flop a set or a straight, of course, but the wheel could be no good. If it goes runners, a bigger straight.
So B has a very good rundown type hand. He's got double suited, very connected. All 4 of his cards connect.
A nail again with ace, king, ace suited.
Very key.
Never coming in light.
Boom,
No
spades.
action.
And now flops the stone nuts.
He's going to take down 300 and call it a hand.
Does anybody else have a spade, or does anybody else have a set here?
No
I
sets,
don't
no
see it.
spades, no.
So he's gonna pretty much win this pot without resistance.
Oh, he
Checked it?
oh my goodness.
That's a hold'em play.
Oh no.
Lost just
The
won.
worst card.
Yeah. So that's and again, this is one of the reasons why you don't want to check.
He's
a lot
hoping
of
someone
times.
caught up.
Yeah. But it can be a scare card. 7-6 is definitely in
Someone's
all
range.
their range. Every player on that table, it's in their range. 7-6 is in their range because, you know, an ace king 7-6. Now,
Are we getting a call here?
Yeah. You know, he's blocking 7-6. I get that, but you know, it's scary. If he gets raised here on a bluff, it's not going to be fun for him. Boz does call with the trips, hoping to hit the ace queen or 9 on the turn or on the river. I'm sorry.
What if a 7 or deuce comes out there? Does that
Doesn't get
okay?
there.
But 5-6 is definitely it could be in the hand.
5-6 and 6-7 are definitely in those ranges.
But Anel really likes his hand. And Boz can't call. He could have the full house or the flush. Three of a kind's no good.
Can he pull the trigger on the bluff? I don't think he can. I don't think I would.
He does have a lot of chips though.
His reaction gave it all away, so it wouldn't have worked. But the question was, could he have pulled that trigger there?
He shows the nut flush.
Yeah. Could he have pulled it?
Well, you know, again, Anel doesn't have enough chips behind to fold. Really, he
No.
has 250, 300.
Anel wouldn't have folded there because of his stack size, and that's. I played with him enough where I'm not saying he would call light. What I'm saying is
He has
he would
showdown value.
He knows he's got value, and he knows exactly there was too much in there to fold, so he wouldn't have folded there.
And he can reload at any moment.
Right.
Just get in there with pocket.
Nice hand, nice hand. Nice betting with the board pairing.
Chris puts the shit out there. I just play my card.
That's a scary. It gets scary in this game when that happens.
What's wrong with you?
I would have bet $50. He'd have raised to $60 and I'd have folded.
Play
With the
better.
nut
and be
flush.
criticized on the street.
It is tough to play. I mean, I want to flop the nuts all the time too. You obviously want to be in position when you do that, but because when that scare card comes, you want to turn a river. It's just it's like, oh my goodness, what do I do here? But you got to bet it. He did the right thing. You got to bet it because you know it's just gonna you might get value out of those trips.
Ain't no way to win it with
Chris is going to play this hand. Suited ace with wheel cards that are also suited. Boz as well has double suited, 3 connected cards with the dangler.
B says, I'm tired of waiting for aces, kings, and queens. I'm going to fold here.
Let somebody else hold for me.
I don't think Chris is folding with the ace, king to Boz's $50.
No.
Can he repop? Oh, no, he didn't repop. Queen 9-6, a little rainbow.
Rainbow is the story of the night.
Oh,
We're
B
seeing
did call.
rainbows.
B said, I'm not. Oh, okay, he does snap fold. He's trying to mix it up with a 6-7-5 deuce.
The story of the night is rainbow. We've got lots and lots of rainbows.
There's hope. Yes, sir. There is hope.
Need a 10 for Boz to have the straight.
There is. That's what I wanted.
Just took it down.
That's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Oh, he had queen high. He had a pair of queens. King, queen, jack 4 takes down a queen 6-9
He plays
rainbow.
damn near every hand.
You played every hand?
So the higher the
You're watching the 5-5 PLO with a $10 rock, but it says Squirtle.
Yes, I think we've nicknamed the rock tonight.
Oh,
It looks
okay.
like a little figurine there. Is that what we're calling him, Squirtle?
I believe so.
Down here at Rounders Card Club, San Antonio, Texas. Come see us. We're on Colony Drive, right behind the HEB.
You meant to say 3723?
3723.
They had a special going on last week, Thursday and Friday, that you could pay cash for your time and receive 20% extra, which
You
was
received
awesome.
20% if you paid cash.
Yeah, so a lot of people were doubling up or getting all the free time that they could.
Well, some people did more than way doubled up.
I saw someone purchase thousands of dollars in time. I'm like,
we,
whoa.
we had a couple players basically set themselves up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they're playing here every day. They might as well take
Yep.
advantage of
Absolutely.
the free time.
You already moved down here. You have a text about.
All right, Chris. I like Chris's hand.
Caesar's got very playable. Manel's looking for a 9.
Boom. That's a nice flop for Chris. He's got back, he's got gutter ball straight, he's got nut flush, he's got a middle pair. Now has diamond blockers.
Chad's going to be in there. I think Chad has a set of 8s. The nut flush
There's
gets there.
the nuts. Now I want to see, like I said before, now as it says, a newer player to this game. I think he's going to know his 9-3 is no good.
He does have the 10 blocker for the straight flush.
That would, yep. So he has the blocker, and the king would give him the royal.
And win him a hat.
Win him a hat.
A Rounders Card Club hat. You make a royal flush, you get a hat.
So Chad isn't folding lightly here. He's got top 2,
Oh, wow.
so he does have outs.
He's going to elect to fold.
Chris is blocking one of his outs, which is nice for Chris. So he would love to see a call.
It was a great flop for his hand and just a bad turn.
And now he's drawing dead.
He has diamonds 9 high.
Yeah, he's got a flush, but he's drawing dead.
He's going to fold, of course.
And like I said, as a spot, as a newer player, good job, Manel. He's wondering what bluffs is Chris running there, where his 9 diamond flush could be good, and there really isn't a lot of bluffs he could be running there, unless he only had the dry ace. But got himself out of trouble. Good job. And old Squirtle goes down.
It's very hard to bluff in this game unless the perfect card
Yeah.
comes on the river.
Bluffs are definitely, there's a time and place for the bluffs. But
There's only
again,
one hand so far that could have been bluffed, and that was the King 5-5.
yeah, that hand was definitely
That's
a
the
bluff.
only hand someone could have possibly stole.
That was a bluff spot. And again, and bluffs don't necessarily, you know, you're not actually trying to bluff players here. You're basically bluffing board textures. You're bluffing, you know, and bluffing action. If there's certain hands where you can put players, you know, on a straight right from the get-go, and if the scare cards come, you might be able to bluff them off that straight based off of their betting patterns. So that's where you need to pick and choose your bluffs, and it can work in Omaha in the right spots. So Todd's got King Queen 9-5. He elects to call. Caesar's got queens again with the king suited, with the 6 dangler, which doesn't do much for his hand. That's 3 6s come out on the board. And he is blocking Chris's 7-5-4 with that 6. He knows in the big blind, so he calls.
Todd's looking for clubs. Chris could get in trouble if it comes out clubs, and it's ace,
There's
9.
those aces, and actually nobody has an ace.
Aces were probably folded or in the muck already.
Yeah, I don't think I saw any aces in anybody's hand at all. So
The dealer has 2 aces, I'm sure.
So again, so this is a good spot. I mean, that's early position for Chris, and that's a heck of a.
That's a great bet.
That's a heck of a. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and rep an ace here, and I'm going to bluff and hope nobody has one, and I'm going to just take down a small pot.
That's top shelf right there.
But yeah, there you go. There's a bluff that got through.
Yep. That's a hard one to get through.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the time somebody's going to have an ace, and it's going to look you up. So that's,
And it helped too with him showing the nut flush on the last hand.
right. That's a.
That's a great play by Chris.
That's just. That's brazen.
I'm gonna let Chris know the next time the flop in PLO is ace ace 9, he bets I'm raising him.
I mean, he went right into 4 players.
Yeah, he was. That's a great bet.
It's a great bet if somebody doesn't have an ace.
Is that that one hand with those?
I'll see you called the 100
That is a great play.
Yeah, I shouldn't have raced so much.
I know.
Next hand.
That's the play of the night right now.
What's it called? You got
Where are you at?
That is going to be a YouTube clip.
Connected on both with everything.
It's just so hard to get a bluff through in this game.
I mean, in the 4 players with 2 aces on the board. That's, again, I mean,
I can't forward now.
it is a great play that you got through, but more often than not, that's not going to get through. I just, oof. I like the cojones there. That was interesting.
That
Todd,
was
7644. Under the gun. He says
Me too.
644.
My wife will see it. I gotta go broke for you all now. Oh, you got money.
That was a good pot. How much was it? Like,
Yeah, for $10, he's going to limp in with the 7-6-4-4, and anybody raises, he can get away from it.
it'll get better.
And B gets another big pair, and just going to limp in.
Yeah, big pair, but his danglers aren't doing much.
There you
So
go, Caesar. Ace, king, deuce, deuce.
those are relatively weak queens for B. Caesar has nice, you know, obviously has nut diamonds. The 2s again.
Wow, and now with ace, king of clubs.
Yep, with connectors on the bottom, so his 4 cards, they're not working together, but they can work separately as
There's 9
with
clubs.
2 separate connections.
9 clubs burned up out of 13.
That's a lot of clubs, so it's going to be hard pressed to see a flush. So naturally, I'm predicting 3 clubs on the flop.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hands down, flopping the joint. There you go.
2 6s. Todd has, and Todd's got
Todd
trips.
out flops everybody.
Chris has got spades, but they're not great spades.
He has top pair with an 8-high flush draw.
He's the only one that has spades.
Todd is trapping.
I don't know if this is the kind of hand I'd want to trap with because there's just so many bad turn cards here.
Wow, look at Chris calling.
Chris does not have any fear tonight. He has no fear.
Here comes a raise.
He's got a raise.
Here comes the raise. A smooth call, 105.
I just, it's scary.
B wants to roll off a queen, and then he'll check it.
So many bad turn cards here. And that's one of them.
Oh my goodness.
And that's one of them. There's just there were so many bad turn cards
Chris
for Todd.
got there.
I mean, it's pretty sick that Chris gets there. He wasn't the one I was not predicting to get there. I was predicting the spades. Well, I was predicting spades to get there, which would be a bad card for Todd. He doesn't know that nobody has the spades, but you know what? He knows right where he was, and he laid it down. Good job, Todd.
B cannot call here.
And maybe that's why he did play it slow. Maybe he knew there was so many bad cards out there that unless I hit a boat on the turn, I'm just going to get rid of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you didn't do me like that.
Is this where Caesar plays back at him?
So Caesar has nut diamonds to go along with.
Oh my gosh.
With
a deuce.
A
two
deuce.
pair. Sixes and tens and sixes and deuces and tens.
So is he gonna? Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets rid of it.
So it's Chris makes a hand every time. Now he's going to show. He didn't show the bluff. You know that? He
Right?
did not show
He did
the
not
bluff.
show the bluff.
But he shows every time he gets a winning hand.
Now Chris has shown no fear tonight. He's look at it. Look at his VPIP. 96.
What?
I told you he's playing every hand.
DQ loves Chris. DQ loves
DQ and Chris are
DQ,
now best
get in
friends.
the chat.
Let's
Look
find
at your
out.
man
Let's
Chris
find.
at 96%.
Let's find out if there's a blood relation there. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's awesome. That was a great number. I was going to say, I have seen him play a lot of pots for sure. I did not realize it was 96%, but it was definitely a lot of hands. And he's been profitable.
He's making hands.
Good for you, Chris. I like it.
There's something wrong with that spinner.
So
That
then,
is crazy.
So then I'm going to let's make a prediction. Chris is going to play this hand. Well, he is on the rock, so he's definitely playing this hand, even with a raise.
He's going to wake up with a monster again.
Todd calls.
B is getting some hands. He's just not getting anywhere.
Boz has definitely got a playable hand here. He's connected, up and down and double suited. B's got another hand.
But all the queens are out. The king tens, the queen jack. So
And now he's got nut diamonds. He's going to see a flop with that.
who's got the hearts? Todd has king high hearts. Chris must have the nut flush draw.
B had flopped a set.
We can't see his hand.
Of course, you flop a set on this board, and it's like, oh wow! I finally flop a set, and 9-10's already beaten me. Nut hearts are out there, there's two hearts out there. Any kind of overcard. So obviously he's not folding, but he's not thrilled to actually flop a set on this coordinated board. It's so wet right now. So let's see what happens on this turn.
B wants to see a 2 or 3.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yeah,
Not
okay.
bad.
I was just going to say, the heart's got there. Nope, it paired. So now he feels a lot better about his hand.
He should check.
And Todd got there. But Todd's not going to go
He
crazy.
bet 100 in the 320.
Yeah, Todd's not going to go crazy. Let's see if Todd even looks him up. Todd's good enough to fold this hand.
Todd's too good.
Yeah, he's way too good to.
Yeah, because a nut flush beats him. Or a full house
Yep.
easily. He's not
See that?
calling.
See that? Way too good to fold that.
Yeah,
or
he never
to call
calls.
it.
He never calls.
The wrong
on a
person.
paired board.
The wrong person had those hearts there, B. You might get paid a street or two. You might get paid a street from anybody else or other players. I'm not saying anybody here because we've got good players, but there's a lot of players that would have seen another street there. Todd sniffed it right out.
All right, here goes B's run now because he finally took down a pot.
Yeah, it's time. You know, it's time to go on that heater. He's been getting some good hands and just been whiffing badly, or just running into
All right.
two monsters. And that's what this game is. I think we got to reload for. That's about 700.
No, they're just taking the well.
Oh, they're taking the well. I didn't see that. I just saw it. I saw cash. I didn't see it take it out of the well.
Yeah, I thought Chris was counting his tip money. All those hundreds.
We switched, didn't we? We got the other Chris in there.
So unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, there will be no bomb pot, Omaha bomb pot, because they're playing Omaha.
Yeah.
So they will just keep moving on.
So we got the other Chris. Both our dealers tonight are both Chris. They're both Chris V. So I was going to say this is Chris V, but the other Chris was Chris V. So Chris is also a very good dealer. He's an avid Omaha player as well, so he's right in his element dealing this game.
Yes, he plays Omaha like nobody's business.
He's a very good Omaha player.
As well, everyone is. Look, Todd's folding the king eye flush to a paired board, as he should.
On about on a not even a half pot size bet either.
Right.
He sniffed that value out right away and said, "Okay, let's go."
That was B trying to milk somebody.
Yeah.
No big hands have gone crazy yet. We just got to wake it with like a set of kings with a set of queens on the flop.
Mm-hmm.
There's queens right there for Caesar.
We've seen a lot of queens tonight.
Yeah, queens have been, and suited. Ace, jack suited, and now always getting an ace suited.
And Nell's been picking up some nice coordinated hands tonight.
And look at Chris. 10-10, ace, king.
Did he raise with it? Or
few hearts.
is it calling? Okay, Jason. Who raised? Jason raised? Ooh, that's a little brazen with the 9-5-4-2.
Just trying to mix it up a
I
little
like
bit.
it. I like the
suited.
Hey, I'm all about the mix up. I'm all about mixing things up. Watching it. I'm too timid to do it
No one's
myself.
going to fold.
Chris has got ace, king, 10-10. He's holding one of his outs with the hearts, but still too good to fold.
Making sure everybody's got 50 out there pre-flop. Luckily, there's only 5 players out of 8.
Tight play again, as you said.
Yeah, very tight. These guys are so tight.
Top 2 for an L. Who's got clubs? Caesar's got queen clubs, which is the second nut club right now, so he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to definitely call a street.
150 and the 225. That's a good size bet.
Chris can.
He's wanting that flush draw to
Chris
pay
has,
the max.
Chris, as we can tell, doesn't like to fold, and I don't think based off his style, he's not going to fold this. Yeah, he calls. I think
He's got to catch one of the 2 queens.
We're going to see a big pot here because there's going to be $7. There's going to be $1,000 after this call.
Can Caesar raise or just call? What?
Oh, Caesar did fall.
My goodness.
I thought he was going to peel, but you know what? When Chris makes the call, maybe
Puts him on the bigger flush draw.
yeah, he
possible?
puts him on the king high. Maybe he's got.
Watch the ace. Full house for a nail.
Yeah, he really hated
With
that card,
ace
huh?
king for Chris. He
Oh,
should check.
wow, this could get
Check.
ugly.
Check. Check. Oh, my
He
goodness.
went check. And now has the nuts. He's going to get paid.
Well,
That's
yeah.
it. Don't pot it
Chris-
here.
Chris-
I was going to say 500.
Chris is
500,
not
he's
calling.
getting paid. He's
The
getting
flush
paid.
got there.
He bet 600. That's not a bad bet, but I probably would have went 500.
He bet 4.
He bet 6, I thought. Oh, he bet 4. I'm sorry. I'm looking at his
Yeah,
stack, not his bet. My bad.
But Chris can't call. The flush got there. He bet.
Yeah, the
he
flush
bet the
did
flop.
get there. That was a bad.
He checked the turn.
Yeah,
he
that
bet
was
the flush,
that was
so.
a bad river. That was a
It
bad.
had to be a blank.
I didn't see the flush get there. If that was a 7 of diamonds, then he gets paid.
Yeah, he's not. He's gonna show.
Yeah, good fold, Chris. Good. He's gonna fold. Good fold, Chris.
He
Good
shows.
fold.
Yeah, yeah. Don't show him. Don't show him. He's gonna show. Oh my gosh, he did show. Don't. He's gonna show.
Well,
Look, he showed him.
he's like, all right, we're gonna
I
see it in
got
30
you.
minutes anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Jack, I got the whole thing. Sounds like if it's not a flush.
Good fold, Chris. I
I try to play like I
I think it's bad luck for Anel there. I think a 7, an offsuit 7 there gets him some value.
A non-flush card.
Yeah.
And no king. A king is a bad hand.
Yeah.
I was like, really playing on.
Oh, king. Yeah.
Someone's loading up for another dime. Looking for the magic pen. Make sure every bill is good. Nice little start out tip for Chris. Thank you, Nell. Everybody's been tipping great.
Oh yeah. Good to see. These dealers deserve it. They work hard. They really do. And PLO and Big O, those type of games we know are not easy games to deal. You got to keep track of the pot at all times. You're dealing with more cards, obviously.
Yeah, and you know also about the stream. The stream cards are bigger with the chips in them for the card reader. So those are actually a little bit bigger than a standard deck that we use.
Yeah. That was one of the things that was weird for me. It was like the first time I played on the stream, and it was like, wow, these pretty neat cards. But yeah, they're not double the size, obviously, but it's like they're much bigger than your standard playing card. So it makes it more difficult to fold or to shuffle. And yeah, they do a good job. They do a great job.
Frank says he played the Big 50 last night, made 13th place. What a wonderful social club for poker. He enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, Frank. I hope you thought the tournament was run well. I know the TD.
Yeah, he's not that. I mean, he's very good. He's very good.
Don't say anything bad about him otherwise.
You might
I need my job, Frank.
You might bump into him.
Nah, I ran that with Eddie last night. We co-TD'd last night. He did a fantastic job. So he did. I just sat there and watched.
Chad's
All right.
got kings.
Chad's got kings, but no suits.
Caesar just added on a little bit. He's got king, queen of hearts, and diamonds.
So as you'll see here, without hitting a king here, kings do not play as well in PLO as they would in Hold'em. But as Hold'em will attest to, you always see an ace when you have kings. That's just standard.
Right. And
Nobody has an ace.
This is how tight these guys are. Only 8 players got in this pot.
Nobody has an ace, but Jason has a 6 and is way behind Caesar's 6.
Oh, and the ace is going to lead out. We cannot see.
Oh, we don't see Anel's hand, so
But
maybe he
he's
does
got
have the
the
ace.
ace.
So he has the ace for sure. Did not see that.
He likes to let people catch up.
And now here's the other thing too. Again, if you're not familiar with PLO, an ace does not have a full house here. And and also though, if you have an ace, you're not as worried about somebody else having a full house when the board double pairs like that. It's very difficult to have a full house. You'd have to have ace-6 in your hand.
Caesar's calling with his 6.
No, it now has 8.
Jason called with his 6.
Wait, it now has 8, 3, 5, 5, 3, 2. I guess they.
And Caesar gets there with king
Oh.
6.
Oh, the pocket kings would have got there with the 1 out though. That's so gross. And now's card reader is either wrong or he's making the wrong bluff, or the right bluff at the wrong time. Because I do like the bluff if it really is 8, 5, 3 deuce, but it's not going to get through.
Can he show his hand for us? Oh, man.
Wow, we had pocket kings fold that hand. So we now got the pocket kings to fold, which would have won a massive pot there because I think king 6 wasn't going to go anywhere.
And he just loaded on for another 1,000. That pot could have really blew up with
Yeah.
that king on the river.
Wow.
You can put him on an ace, but you can't put him on ace 6 or even ace king, I wouldn't think, with 3
Yeah,
aces.
that's what I said. Like even so, even I just got done saying it's hard to have a full house there. So of course, me being wrong again, there one got there. But let's look at what happened. It was a one outer that got there.
Man. I'm JT, and you're listening to Jersey John and myself tonight. Streaming the 5-5 with a $10 rock PLO. And we haven't had too many pot bets. Everybody's been putting out some bets that
But
are...
that usually tells me we have experienced players, because pot seems to be a strategy employed by players newer to the game, and pot usually signals strength from those players. It's the value bets that tell me, okay, this player's a little more experienced. He's betting $250 into a $400 pot. He's not going full pot. And generally, like you'll see a lot of mistakes that beginners will make is pot. They'll go pot, pot, and that usually gives away the strength of their hand when they do that.
When I was a kid, we couldn't say pot in our house unless we were cooking.
Queen, queen, jet 4 for Boz. So he's holding one of his flush outs.
And Nell has double suited 8s. That's nice. Oh, he flops his set.
Flopped the set. Board's very coordinated though, so he's going to have to be. We have to be careful here. I mean, he definitely wants to bet it. He needs to charge those draws. But I don't see.
Max pay $250.
I don't know what B has. But to me, it seems like B would have the type of hand that would coordinate well with this board if he was in this hand pre-flop.
Chris has a double gutter.
Chris has a double
jack
gutter.
or a 6. That's non-red. Is going to be a nice card.
He's going to look it up. Let's see what B does here. I just have a feeling he has a kind of hand that connects well with this, but it looks like he's folding.
Look, he's disciplined.
Yeah.
He's hating it, but he's disciplined. Now, what if a non-paired diamond comes out there?
Or how about a black 10 just to give
A nice scare card?
Chris, yeah, nice little scare card, and give Chris, you know, it gives him the jack, it gives him
He bets 325.
6.
He's getting looked up. 325. There, 350.
I mean, Anel's got bottom set. That is not a great position to be in on this board.
And Chris has been showing every hand that's been a winner, and he's been making a lot of hands.
So now we're talking about bluffs and PLO. This is a spot where a bluff can get through.
It's a big bet too. He's gonna look it
He
up.
looks it up.
But what if a 2 comes off? A non?
I'm not
Can he call?
I'm not gonna lie, JT. I probably would have folded there. Me personally. I think I
Oh,
would
a
have
diamond
folded.
comes, giving a 6 to diamond, giving Chris a straight.
Yeah. Plus it's another scare card. Plus it's
Oh my God! And he bets. And Nell would never have checked had he gotten there.
he's gonna fold this one just by his reaction to that bet.
Yeah, he can't beat a straight. He can't beat a flush. He's like, oh
Yeah.
man, I got unlucky.
Oh no, he's reaching. He's gonna call it off.
Straight. 7-10 gets there. A 10, a 7 and a copy, I should say,
Yeah.
or a jack and a copy. No, just a 7. Just a 7 and a copy gets there.
No, Nell's looking back, just making
Yeah.
sure he's not missing anything. But
Ooh,
that's like, again, that's a spot where I'm not in love with my bottom set there. You're going to see that a lot where bottom set is just going to get crushed in those spots. I would have folded personally. I've lost I've lost too much money with those type of hands. Even if he hit the boat on the river, you don't know where you stand.
yeah, this is a bad card. And we're getting another reload. Is that a now?
I didn't see. I turned my head for a second. Did not see who we're getting reload from, but it looks like,
Oh, no.
yeah, looks like 1,000.
Yep. Boz.
I was just reloading 1,000.
I didn't see him paying that off. With the 7, any straight beats him, any flush beats him, any overset beats him. I just didn't see him paying that off.
Sometimes you get into the mindset of there's just too much money in there, and you don't want to be bluffed in a hand when there's too much money in there. So that's how you can justify or talk yourself into a call. But in those situations, there's very, very few bluffs. Your set of eights is a total bluff catcher in that spot. And I'd rather have the 325. Even though I make the comment all the time, I'd rather call and be wrong than fold and, fold and be wrong. But, in that spot, it's 325 is 325. You're donating that money more times than you're catching a bluff.
Yeah, and Chris has been showing the nuts every time. Not a couple hands, but he's the 30 hands he's won. He's having
a pretty good night.
Yeah. He's only playing 96, 97% of the hands.
So see that, boys and girls? Play 96% of your hands and you will be winning.
The best VPIP is always the winner.
So now 5, 6, 7. So now flop's fairly decent here. There's no spades. It's crazy how many of these multi-way pots we've had with no flush draws, even though the spades are out there.
Where's the king at? No one has a king either.
This is crazy. Another brick.
5-handed, no flush draw, no kings.
Yeah, nobody has
no queens.
Nobody showed much interest in this
no
pot.
No jacks.
Nobody's shown interest at all, so one bet will take it down, and it does.
That's how tough PLO is. They either don't have anything or they have the stone cold nuts against you.
Right.
It's
just amazing when everybody's holding 4 cards and there's 6 players in a hand. You would think somebody would have something. It's kind of hard to miss everybody.
The 2 players that folded had everything.
Right. Chris is going to add first, and now has the rock. I'm going to venture. He's going to play this hand. Of course he is. That's ace, queen, jack.
My goodness.
He's playing that hand. Todd has a rundown. Love my rundowns. And he's suited with the 8-7. So he's going to block hearts if somebody has hearts against him. Or they could possibly be good. You never know. Caesar's got suited king with the jack queen. I expect him to call. Jason has a suited ace king with the suited 9, double suited. He's definitely going to call. May even throw a 3-bet in there. Oh, he folded? That would shock me. Maybe that was a bad card read.
Nell again has double suited ace king 8-5. Diamonds and spades. Chris has just a club draw.
And rainbow flop, of course. Todd seemed to have got the best of that one. Even though he's just got a pair of 10s. He's going to lead out because he's got, he's got a lot of good cards on the turn that can come for him. Basically half the deck. Anything in the middle would be a good turn card for him.
Look at these calls. What does everybody have?
See, pair of fives. No. I mean, nobody's got flush draws. It's a rainbow board.
And Nell has middle pair. Chris has bottom pair. Todd has top pair. And Caesar just elects to float.
Calling in somebody else. You're calling in a runner. Oh, they're saying right now, Todd has absolutely stone cold nuts and 3 colors. He said, pause for effect.
We seem to have a little bit of a pulse in the action here. I don't know what's going on.
They're not used to playing four-handed, so
Right?
what was the turn? A
Two
diamond.
diamonds. That brought some action. Anel's not going to fold now. He's got a wheel draw with his nut flush draw and middle pair.
Can he raise here? Oh, no one bet. So it's a.
I went check around.
We thought Caesar had bet, but he just called Todd's bet on the flop.
And
Todd's gonna win with two pair.
kind of a bricky card for everybody.
9-10 gets there.
And there's not really much out there that Todd's got to be worried about. I mean, obviously 4-6 got there, but I would think with the diamonds out there, he would have heard from 4-6. So he's fine with checking it down. He might bet it.
You bet 200.
Yeah, I don't know how much value he's actually going to get out of a bet. Oh, you bet 200. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't think he's going to get any value here, but
He can only get called by a set,
yeah.
if anything.
You know you play. Together you
Yeah, but he knew he was good there. I don't think he was real worried about somebody making a play at him. All those kind of hands would have spoke up on the turn because there was a lot of draws out there, and they're going to usually charge the draws. So he wasn't worried about sets. He wasn't worried about straights.
80 straight, no diamond.
Right? Wow, the likes have really jumped up. We really appreciate everybody. Thank you for the support. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Greatly helps us out.
I really appreciate that because, like I said, Omaha isn't streamed as much. You typically expect to see Texas Hold'em. A lot of people don't play Omaha as much. May not understand the game. May think it's a little harder to follow because of all the cards. So we definitely appreciate you joining us and watching it because it is a fun game, and it's a there are strategies in this game. It's not just I hope I hit the nuts every hand. I mean, it's nice to hit the nuts. Don't get me wrong. But Boz is definitely going to play that Jack 10, 8, 7. I know that. You always love those cards that connect. When all four cards can connect, you're not going to fold those kind of hands.
B says deuce deuce 6-4. I'll let pass. Caesar with another hand.
Yeah, he's going to see a flop with that.
Where is Jason's chips? Oh, they're off to the left. I didn't see them. Or right, I should say.
Oh yeah,
His
yeah.
right, my left.
He kind of the graphics kind of blocked
Yeah,
his.
it's like, where's the chips?
I had the same thought myself when you said that. I was like, where are his chips?
He's only played a few hands, but he's won the hands he's played.
Yeah, he's not gonna just splash around. Even though Chris has shown the strategy works.
Ace, queen.
Caesar has ace queen. Again, another rainbow flop that's not very coordinated. 10-jack coordinates with that board, and Boz has that, so he's blocking his.
He has all his outs.
Yeah, he's blocking his straight draws, but
What kind of bourbon?
it's definitely worth seeing.
Oh, what
a
does
turn.
Chris have? He wants to bet.
Chris is going to have. Chris
Pocket nines.
Pocket nines. I'm going to say he has a queen 9 combination somewhere.
He has pocket
Some
nines.
kind of queen 9 combination. Maybe like king, queen 9, 3. Just throw some random card in there.
The 3 is your dangler.
That's my dangler.
I say he's got 9-9 Jack 4. And that's probably a pretty good guess.
You can't give yourself credit for good guesses.
I just
No,
did.
no, it doesn't. Not how this game works. I have to say it's a good guess.
If I'm 100% correct, we're going to get 15 more likes from the chat for the 9-9 Jack 4.
Come on,
Hidden
card
hand
reader,
of
pick
Chris.
this hand up. We need to see it. Oh, two pair. Or no, the ace queen folded. So now we have spades. Backdoor spades are coming in, or are there.
He's betting his set.
He's betting his queen 9 king 3. He's going to rep. He's not afraid to rep. He's not afraid to rep.
There we go. You I tell you.
There's no set of 9s there.
Oh, I got the Jack 9-3 right. Come on.
I got the 3 and the 9 right as well.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I said queen 9-3 king. So we're both close.
And the 9-3 pings for
He
2.
thinks he's got it. Well, he had the best hand the whole
Just playing the nuts the whole way.
way.
Miss everything. You have anything?
Ken Boz pulled the trigger. This is a 2 pair. 9s and 3s.
9s and 3s.
Ship it.
Wow.
Ship the sugar.
He was betting with middle pair there. I love it. He's got no fear. He's got no fear. And he continues to take these pots down because he's getting the better hands to fold on the flop, and then the draws that are calling him aren't hitting. So his weaker 2-pair type hands are showing down and winning. This is great. I love it.
Let me quote the great Joe Hashem. Ship the sugar.
Ship the sugar. Pass the sugar.
That's what he says. Pass it.
Pass the sugar.
Pass the sugar. So that wasn't a good quote after all.
Yeah, but he has that cool accent, so it sounds good either way. That Aussie accent. Now Chris's play is phenomenal tonight. He's just putting that pressure on, getting those 2-pair type of hands. It's like, oh, I don't really like my hand, and then he's getting the draws to call them, and the draws are bricking, and these hands literally should not be winning in an Omaha showdown. Are winning because the draws are bricking out, and he's able to show down these lesser hands. And he's shown he's capable of folding. He had trip aces on that one hand that he folded with the top kicker. So I'm going to venture to say the boy knows what he's doing. Very, very good play tonight.
Our man's a big fan of Jason. Queen 9 deuce, laugh out loud, Tracy
Go
said.
now, they're back. You want to pick off.
And Alan picks up another suited ace. Todd has ace queen 4-4. So it's going to venture this one. All right, here we go to the flop. We're going to see some Broadway cards in this one, I'm guessing. A lot of low cards out there on this hand. Oh, one Broadway card. Another rainbow flop.
Lots and lots of rainbows in San Antonio. PLO game.
Rainbows. Well, it did rain hard today in certain sections of
It
town.
sure did.
Yep. Now we got diamonds, backdoor diamonds, and again, there's no draws out, no diamond draw out there. Wild. This is wild. No 10 queens out there. The 10s are B's blocking all the straights. I don't see, and Todd blocking all the lower straights. And Caesar bets 100 with basically
Ace King high.
nothing.
Look at Sticky Chris. Did he fold? No, he called.
No, Chris called with a pair of 3s.
Todd. Oh, he's looking for the deuce for the wheel. Duck on the river.
Oh, there's the king. He's just got 2 pair now.
If you bet it, it will come.
Queen 10 gets there. Caesar's got a blocker to that. He's got the queen blocker.
Here's Todd going for the steal. But
Is
he
he
likes
gonna
to
do
check.
it?
Oh, man.
I think Caesar looks him up. I don't think.
With 1 pair?
No, he's got 2 pair. Or no, he's got 1 pair.
1
I thought he
pair.
had king jack. Oh, my bad. He only had 1 pair.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought he had king jack for sure. My bad. I read that wrong. Yeah, Todd could have got that through.
Chris is disgusted that he lost 1 hand. He's going to take a break.
He says, I knew I should have bluffed it.
I
had it. I should have bluffed that one.
He got rivered.
Uh-huh.
He had a pair of 3s. That was good. But Todd had 4s. It's a tough game, this PLO. Very seldom will 1 pair win.
No, you won't see that a lot. But it's happened a few times tonight. We've had some weird hands as far as we're not flopping a lot of big draws. And the draws are bricking.
You should do a high-low ball pot. Right? Do like a
4 pots.
Yeah, it's tough to see Jason's chips with the pot and $20 over the little window over his chips.
Yep, the graphic is blocking him. Let's see if he's got, I don't know if he's got any blackbirds out there. I kind of see. I think so. See a few green chips. Yeah, I see some blackbirds in front if I look really hard.
If you squint.
Yeah, there they are. Yep.
The way I run it, especially this gentleman.
Here we go to the next time.
Our next stream will be Thursday night, July 15th. We'll be playing a 5-5 El Thunderbird and Friends. Come on out and see El Thunderbird and Friends from California and San Antonio. Austin, Houston, come down here and play. And mix it up a little bit on the felt.
I'll be here watching. I'll be playing Thursday. I'll come check.
You
check
playing
it
the
out.
tournaments Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll play the PLO. Gives me a chance to play it. You know, I'm still learning that game too, you know. So, any chance I get to play it for cheap, why not? So we got call arounds here, and we're not picking up the hands, so we're going to speculate. Chris sat out this hand, right? Because he doesn't have chips in there. There's
Right.
no way he sat out voluntarily.
Let's see the VPIP now.
There we go. There's some graphics. Queens, as usual, are in somebody's
Just
hands.
queens.
With a suited ace. And then the queen 10-7-6 for now, which isn't horrible. He's got a lot of connection there. Oh, he folded it. Todd with the king jack 10-9. Definitely got a 4-card connection there. And another rainbow flop, which is the theme of the night. Jack high.
Todd connects with the king jack. Caesar has the ace 6.
Boz has a gutter with his
He could catch
middle
a 4.
pair.
Yeah. A 4 for the straight.
He's got, and he
The
does
4
catch
for the
4
straight.
for the straight. But there really isn't much out there that's going to give him action.
There's no flush draws.
So he checked it back, hoping something would
And the
catch
flush
up.
gets there. His set turns into a flush, turns into a straight.
He's not thrilled about the hearts getting there, the backdoor hearts getting there, but he should bet it.
It goes check, check.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically turning his hand into a bluff if he bets it there, but you don't want to show that hand down, and because he's got a straight. You don't want to, if you check there, and your opponent rolls over to deuce 4 of hearts or something.
Oh, man.
You know, and makes a
Baby flush,
baby
yeah.
flush that beats you because you checked. I do like betting in that situation there to get those baby flushes to fold. They might look you up if they're really feeling frisky there, but man, that's the worst feeling in the world where you let a baby flush get there and you could have bet them out. With the back door because it was a back door. So I like a $200 bet there, just so you can get those baby flushes to fold.
A little add-on for a nail. Well, if you want to play on the stream, you can email RoundersRob, the host, at rounderscardclub.live. If you want to be on the stream, or you can call the front desk, add your name. There is a list for the, well, there's not a list for Thursday's game. That's El Thunderbirds game.
Yeah, that game, it wouldn't matter if there was a list. You're not going to get it on it. Those guys, they're going to sit all night.
Oh, yeah.
They're not leaving that game. They're going to be a lot of money, a lot of drinks, a lot of.
There should not be an open seat.
Yeah, it's going to be flying all night long, and I tell you what, you're going to be entertained all night long. That's for sure. If it's anything like the last game, it's not. Yeah, it'll be an entertaining night.
We have 6 more players waiting to play the PLO stream tonight if there's a seat available.
Good deal.
So we got plenty of people waiting to play. Once the game gets started, everybody wants to jump on the list. Like, they're not sure the PLO is going to get started. And then once you see this table, I don't know why you want to play on it, because, I mean, everybody on here is very tough to beat.
Maz called. Who opened here?
So Boz and B could definitely get in trouble if a heart draw comes out there, but you see there's a lot of hearts already in the hands.
Todd opened, so.
There's 7 hearts out, so at least 6. We can't see what Chris or Todd have.
I like Todd's raise. Even though it's early position, he's also the button after
There-
the flop. So,
There's another heart.
yeah, so he's got a suited ace, and he connects well with his all 4 of his cards. And the ace and the 7 don't connect, but
I'm
the
going to
7
say,
connects.
okay,
right.
a $1 bet, Chris has 4 black cards in his hand.
So the one flop that doesn't come rainbow comes all diamonds,
And everybody has hearts.
and everybody has the hearts. It's just.
Oh, no, it's Chris. Chris has the only diamonds in
Oh,
his
he's going to
hand.
wrap it. And he more than likely does have the only diamonds. It's not the 9-10 of diamonds, because Todd has the 9 blocker. Let's see. Is the 4 diamonds out there? 4 or 5 of diamonds is possible.
And that's a big bet. Almost a pot-sized bet.
Yeah, so he's probably just rep.
3/4.
He could have the nut flush here, and he's going to bet. He wants to, he wants to charge the sets that are out there.
Right, and no one has any of it.
He does have the diamonds.
There you go. I told you he had diamonds and clubs.
4 black cards.
4 black
Two
cards.
of them just happen to be diamonds.
Yeah. He sits back down and goes back to winning every hand. It's pretty much a safe bet too, because once everybody checks to you, they would not be checking any strong flush.
Yeah, the more than likely the hands are checking there, and then he gets to find out if there's sets out there, because they'll check sets hoping to see a free turn, and if you do get called there, yeah, you don't like it, but you can also be, you're getting called by sets there, so you could still be ahead, even though your 10 high flush isn't great, but you could still be winning, even if you get called there.
Oh, you didn't have anything.
Nobody check it. Fill it out.
So Todd's going to open the action here. He'll be the cutoff after the flop.
I've been checking out Rampage Poker's been playing a lot of the online WSOP tournaments. Doing well. Not going as deep as he'd like, but he's thinking about coming to Texas and playing some cards. I know he's going to the Lodge, I believe. He might be coming here, possibly. And a 08 Grinder who streams a lot of the, he doesn't play in them, but he does stream them, the online tournaments in Vegas. And he's definitely wanting to come to Rounders.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so he wants to play some PLO 8 or better, which will definitely...
That's a game I love. I like it more than the Big O, actually. I love PLO 8.
Yeah.
That is my favorite game. PLO is a great game, too, but I like... Back in the old days of Rounders, we'd play around the PLO, PLO 8. We don't seem to play that as much anymore, but that was one of my favorite games to play.
See if we can't get him involved in the mixed game as well.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to have him in the mixed game. Going to a flop. We got 2 clubs on board. Now we do have 2 club draws out there. They're not great club draws, but they're out there. We also have 6-9 that can make a gutter ball straight. But Chad is blocking that with his 8s. And Chris fires 225 with that hand. He says, I got the gutter ball, I got a pair, and I got a flush draw. So come at me. Come on now, you got queens. He's saying, your queens might be good now, but I got the better equity in this hand. Let's go. You wanna call me? Pay me. If you want to see if you can hit a queen, pay me.
He's going to let it go.
Yep.
Chris is showing nothing but winners. And he's going to show. And even though, he didn't show.
And some of the, some of them might be getting a little frustrated right now, saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to gamble if I'm going to have to play with him because he's not going to let you see free cards. That's just his style." And again, now technically had the best hand, but Chris still had the most equity in that hand, so. So if you think you're good, you got to be willing to put your stack in and hope you run out good because he's going to put you to the test.
Yeah, you can't call if a club gets there.
Yeah.
The straight card gets there.
And so that's the style he's employing, and it's working. And I think sooner or later somebody's going to throw their stack in there and say, "Let's go for it." I'm going to come over the top of you, and we're going to see how good you run.
How high is that VPIP now?
So Jason's wishing that his ace was suited.
There's a big raise.
That was
Chad.
That was from Chad.
Yeah, Chad's getting in there.
Chad has.
He's getting the massage raise going.
That's Kaylee, one of our massage therapists. That's another thing. If you come down the Rounders, you can definitely get yourself a massage. You can get yourself a haircut.
At the Bad Beat
A
Barbershop.
shave.
Yeah.
I tried that out the other day for the first time. I was in heaven. Got myself a shave, a hot towel, a little hand massage. I got the works. It was nice. Well worth every penny.
And we have the Rail Bar and Grill. Come get some drinks, some hot food of a menu like nobody else.
You can get yourself anything from bar food to a nice full course dinner with some salmon or some shrimp.
Steaks.
Steaks. Board. Yeah, you got quite the selection.
You can also get my favorite, breakfast.
Bacon and eggs for sure.
Love getting my breakfast.
Yeah, I think I might have seen you munching on some breakfast before we started tonight.
Yeah. Look at Chris peeling off the 5 for the
He's got
wheel.
the wheel. And yeah, everybody's drawing. Well, we don't know what. And now our chat has, so they could possibly have spades in their hand and outdraw them, or they could have 3-6. But Chris is blocking 3-6. So, but based off the folds,
And
they
now
did
he
not
shows. He's showing the winner
the nuts
every
or
time.
he's showing the winner again. It wasn't the nuts, but it was effectively the nuts.
95. He's dropped down 1% for the hand of this.
It's 95. And Nelson there with 82.
Come
So
on, Chris.
He's trying his best to keep up with them.
Get that VPIP up, Chris.
I know. Well,
You dropped from 96 to 95. That's unacceptable.
we're going to have a little talk with Chris after the stream and ask him to see if we can work on those numbers for next time. 100 will be the only acceptable number we'll take.
Andrew says, why are there so many more bad beats online? Don't know.
Have you seen the beats that could take place here?
They're just not getting hand over hand like you do online.
No. There's definitely a lot of bad beats online, but you're also seeing more hands per hour
online,
online.
the
Seems-
random card generator
Swiss Army knife and do
randomly generates the card for the two players playing each other.
Yeah.
It's not. That's how random it is.
Yeah.
sit here with a 50 count. That's what I feel.
Alrighty here. Is B going to get bored and call with this hand? Because, there is some connection here. The action is actually, should have started over on Todd, right? Chris won the last hand on the rock.
Yeah, you just got to get through Chris at 95% VPIP. That's voluntarily putting chips in play.
Right, yeah. So it doesn't count towards your VPIP if you're in the blinds. So that might be the only time he doesn't get credit with his VPIP because he's already been in the blind and it checks around.
And
But-
he wakes up with the monster hand, Queen 776. And he's gonna fold. What?
No, he won.
He took it down.
Get rid of the rock and just put on the hand. Here, shut all the way.
We're gonna start calling him Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town.
I'm expecting somebody to put it in there. They're going to rip it against them. You're going to get
His chip count is 3.9K. He started with $100.
$100.
I think he started with 100. I'm not sure. I think he started with 100. And he's up to almost $4,000.
I've seen that before here. I've seen somebody run 100 in the 4,500 like within an hour and a half. It's definitely can be done here. The action's here.
I've actually done something close to that.
Yeah.
I ran 45 in the 100.
Yeah. I've done that before too. But then I gave it all back the next hand. It was a really bad day. All right, so action's going to start on Todd. Let's see if he picks up a hand here.
And you see Chris, our dealer, who is a Omaha professional, is chomping at the bit to get in there.
He wants to play. I know he does. He's got a suited ace with some connecting cards, 9-7 connect. So yeah, he'll see a flop with this.
And B wakes up with a calling hand, but he decides to raise to 60.
Jason definitely has a playable hand.
And what is Chris going to come in with? Doesn't even look, just says, I'm calling. I'm going to catch a
9-3-2-2.
deuce. He's winning every hand.
If he flops a wheel here, I'm going home.
He does have a steel wheel draw.
Yeah.
No, the 4's gone. There's a 4
Now
diamond.
the 4 diamonds.
And the ace
Todd
of
has it.
diamonds. So he's just going to flop quad deuces. He can't do that. Boz has a deuce. All right.
He now has another suited ace, so he decides
He's going to
it's
flop
worth
quad
it.
nines. No, B has a 9. All his outs are in there. So is his hand.
He'll somehow,
How's he going to pull this one
he'll
off?
somehow pull it off. Let's see. Only 6 players to a flop. And
Jason has jack high flush draw, and it is the only flush draw available.
now flops top and bottom. I think, yeah, he's going to say that's worth a bet.
One time I can win. As long as you're out, I don't care about
He said, "Yes, I made." Chris.
That's exactly what I'm sure he
I
said
finally
that.
made Leroy Brown fold.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The baddest man in the whole damn town.
What does Todd have here? Todd has Broadway, got into the Broadway, and he does not have clubs. He's sitting there thinking about it, though.
Oh, and B has top 2 pair, ace jack.
He has ace jack.
Does B raise here? He's like, why am I getting these hands?
B only has, what, 165 behind, so he's got to put it in if he decides to go with it, which he probably will.
He's going to jam.
He'll just put it in.
He's doing the guy song.
He knows he's going to have to fade it. He's thinking he's got to fade a club or he's got to fade a better ace, so he doesn't want to see overcards to the jack.
And Jason's got
He doesn't want to see clubs.
third best club draw.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see
And
any.
a king for the straight.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see any Broadway cards. B. He doesn't want to see. Did Jason call?
Yes,
Yeah.
but he knows a nail cannot raise for only $15
Right.
more.
Exactly. So he gets to see it. So obviously, he now has to call here. You can't raise. Because, after putting the bet in. So let's see what happens here on this turn.
Wow, can the 6 bink off there?
6 picks off, gives it now the. No, but now he just flipped.
Jason has 2 pair. Jacks and 8s
So
with
now,
the club draw.
and now Jason could build a side pot here, and it might go all. Jason might decide to
Rip it.
go for it here. Man, he's got a ton of outs.
He needs a 9,
A club, a 9,
a club, an 8, which,
a jack.
and no.
No, not a jack. Yeah, a jack
Yeah,
wins it
jack,
for him.
yeah.
A jack wins it for him. An 8 does not win it for him. An eight gives
No,
now
yeah.
a better full house.
Yeah.
So yeah, he decides
Can
to go
he
for
peel
it.
off a red 4?
So they built themselves a side pot.
Is there a red 4 available? A
Boom.
9 of clubs.
9 of clubs.
For the flush.
Jason gets there. He's going to win
King of
everything.
And he just goes all in.
He's going to win it all.
Pot. And
He's going to win it all. And that's, and then those are the kind of hands.
everything beats him. A straight, a flush.
But looking at Nell's hand, and these are the kind of hands in PLO, again, top and bottom, it doesn't play well because of all the redraws that are out there. And
Hopefully he's not going to say there's too much money out there
yeah,
for me to fold.
that would definitely
He has
be a
to
mistake
fold.
to make. He doesn't beat anything. It's
A set beats him, a flush beats him, a straight beats him.
The 9 of clubs is literally the worst card in the deck that could come out there. It's just everything in the world that just got there. Everything.
B flops 2 pair, Rivers the second 2 pair. Aces and 9s, flops aces and jacks. Aces and 6, aces and 8s, aces and jacks. Aces and 9 gets beat by jack 10 of clubs.
Yeah, good folding now. But again, the dangers of playing this type of hands in PLO is you're going to be good on the flop the majority of the time. It's the last 2 cards that come that are going to get you in trouble because there's so many bad runouts. And B's like, yeah, that sucked. But he's going to reload.
Yeah.
Mr. Ben Franklin makes an appearance.
Yeah,
I think he made about
that's my insurance company right there,
Ben Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
I was 94%.
He makes about
Pay cash for everything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 800.
Top 214.
Yep.
Yeah, so he was running.
He's in for another bullet, but he's very capable of getting his hands to hold up and getting everything right back.
He just has to catch Chris one time. That's what he's thinking. I just need to catch Chris one time. That's his hope. That's everybody's hope, I think.
And a nail stuck on each side. He's got Jason and Chris,
Yeah.
and they're never calling without having a hand that can scoop it. We want to thank everyone who's watching the stream tonight. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes we are getting. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, Thursday night we will be streaming the 5-5 No Limit Hold'em with El Thunderbird and his friends. Hopefully you'll tune in for that one. That was a great show a month or two ago.
Yeah, it's about, what, 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that.
So he has a bunch of great friends. They love to play cards, and they play hard at each other.
Oh, there's no prisoners in that game. Take no prisoners. The chips will be flying, as will the drinks.
That is L underscore Thunderbird. Make sure you have the underscore in there.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Caesar likes his ace deuce 3-5, ace 3 of diamonds. Looking for the wheel cards and the diamonds.
Yeah, Caesar has been picking up some hands early, but he hasn't been active lately. He's been pretty card dead. So he finally gets a PLO 8 hand that he loves.
I've actually never heard them commentate.
Pot with PLO, and then then the Jack 9 rolls off, just like you say.
I just been listening in like once in a while.
PLO 8.
Oh yeah, if I have ace 3-4 or ace deuce 3-5, Caesar's hand and PLO, I'm raising.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bam! I got the nut low draw.
Yeah, which one never counts. We know that happens. All right, so we got 6 hands to look at here, or 7 hands to look at here. Yeah, I'm counting in my head because I can't count.
And B elected to fold and take a break. It's very difficult for these superior players to fold with these monster hands.
I'm just looking to see what Chris has to see how he's going to take this down, and he can.
Look at
with a
Boz's
6.
hand. Boz has a complete wrap for the straight.
Boz has a wrap.
As long as it's not a heart. And
There it is. He's got the 5-8.
5-8
So-
is. Chris has the 5-8 as well.
Of course he does.
The only thing I see Chris betting is if a heart comes on the river, because everybody's going to fold but Boz.
There is no redraw. There's no redraw to the hearts. The only redraw out there.
There's none.
The only redraw
full
out there
house?
is the 7-4. So,
Jason's-
and Jason's not going to love the 7-4 redraw. It's not like he's like, oh my God, I got top boat redraw. So he's probably not going to call
Oh,
a bet.
we got a raise. And all, what? A pot bet?
Yeah, from Chris, right? Or
No, Boz.
Yeah, Boz has got this straight. So he's dying. He's praying that Chris is just bluffing again. But unfortunately for him, this time they're just going to chop it.
Yeah, Chris is not going to be happy with a chop, that's for sure.
I think Boz would be less happy. I think Chris is happy. Just
He's mad that he has to chop this pot.
Yeah.
He's thinking of scooping.
So nobody's got a redraw. It's going to be a chop. How many times you want to run it? It doesn't matter. It would have been interesting, though.
Wow, the heart got there.
See, it would have been interesting, though, had it not gone in on the turn here, because I would have loved to see how that river would have played out. When we see that heart on the river, I would have loved to see if Chris would have fired a bluff at it. He might have taken it down.
Man, if he could have had the 5-3 of hearts, that would have been gross.
Yeah.
Why are they shipping it?
Did they not get it in, or was it? Did they not get it in?
Oh, he must have pulled it in. He just pulled in the bets.
Oh, okay. So I am going to see how this plays out. Awesome. I thought they had gotten it in.
Oh, he bet the pot now.
So this is interesting because, man, come on. Do you have the heart to
got
fire
to
this
rip
bluff? Chris is. Oh, he checked it. I wanted to see it. Do it one time.
He shows the 5-8.
Well, they both got the
and
5-8. They're
Baza,
chopping.
nice hand.
Man, rip it. I really wanted to see how that would play out because that would be a, it's a chop. The only way you can win that hand is if you bluff at it.
He's got to know that Chris is not going to. He had the king of hearts, he had the 5 of hearts, but no one had a backup heart.
Right.
Chris bets it if the flush gets there and he has a flush. You know?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You turn a chop pot into a winning hand if you bet there,
Yeah.
and you can get the fold.
Then the board pairs in there.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
Because again, what if you check back there, and Chris has 2 baby hearts in his hand, and it's like, oh, he had 5-8, 4-3 of hearts. How sick would that have been? Or whatever, off the top of it, the 4 and the 3 of hearts might have been out there. I don't remember the boards.
Right. That's,
5-3, whatever. 2 baby hearts though. That's as sick as it gets. Could you turn the chop pot and you? might
but
have
no
been
one had a heart draw.
No,
No one.
no.
Not even a 2-4. No one had a flush draw. That's what's
Well, exactly.
crazy.
And that's what I'm saying though. What if he did? What if he had those 2 baby hearts and you could have bet him off it? And instead of even chopping, you've lost the whole entire pot now. That's why it's like those are 6 spots, but those are spots that you can get bluffs through in this game.
Okay, it's a chop pot. Who gets the rock?
Oh, that's a good question.
Let's find out where the rock is.
Do they go by position? That's a good question. I don't. I haven't played a.
There's normally a chop pot in PLO.
Yeah, so position. Because it's been a long time since I played a rock game, and I can't remember because I don't remember if that situation ever came up.
See, I'd fold that hand. Ace, king, 9-3. I just don't see much strength in it. Just like the jack,
Right.
8, 6-3.
Right, Ace King is a hold'em hand, so that's just you're playing the strength of a hold'em hand, but it's worthless with no connection, especially when you don't have suits. So really, what are you hoping to flop? Ace, Ace, King, or Broadway? And both those hands are pretty polarized because what kind of action are you going to get?
Caesar's going to raise it up with the ace, queen, jack, 4.
Right. And again, that 4 dangler I'm not thrilled with, but it does have some wheel connection. But I do like his hand much better than the Ace King 9-3, even though Ace King is technically better.
I like a Nell's hand, the 5 black cards. Or 4 black cards.
You're saying 4, and then so we're saying Chris has 4 red cards and now has 4 black cards. All right. 3 out of 4 for Chris. He loves those deuces, though. 3-5. So that wheel connection is there for Caesar with the Ace Queen Jack 4.
Plus the top pair.
Backdoor clubs. Top pair, top kicker, backdoor clubs. So he's got some possibilities on this turn. He has a lot of turn cards that he's going to like.
Can he bet it? Sure can.
Sure, not a bad bet. Take it
And
down now if you can.
a simple call for a Nell. Of course, we can't see his hand, but he has the best hand right now.
He definitely has a connected hand for sure.
He has a set of 3 5s, jacks.
Todd made the call as well.
I'll put him on a set. Oh, he has 4-6. I
Todd's
bet.
got top pair. Todd got 2 pair. Todd's got 2 pair. So yeah, he made that call. And that's the interesting thing about this hand. Todd has the better hand right now, but look, if you look at the numbers, Caesar has better equity. Just because of how many good cards can come for him compared to Todd's hand.
Just not a 4. Then Chad would have the 6-7. Oh, a king.
That's a pretty bricky card. Unless Anel had called with the over pair with kings. It does.
Checks
yeah,
around.
It checks around. There's the ace.
We don't know what Anel has. I think Anel's going to have queen 10 for sure.
You think so?
100%.
With the call on the flop?
Yeah, he has to have queen 10.
No way.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. He's
not
about to bet.
He's not going to bet.
He wants to.
Yeah,
Oh, he checks it.
didn't
He
bet.
he
had
checks the queen
he
10.
He had 2 queens in his hand. He just called with an overpair. That's my guess.
Ace, Jack, 2 pair is good. Todd saying I got rivered again.
Yeah, we'll never know what it now had. I'm going with 2 queens in his hand. He just called with an overpair. Maybe a 4. I mean, he could have had a 4-6, but
Caesar wins a nice sized pot.
and there you go.
A lot of value in that hand.
He had the most equity after the flop, and he won the hand. Even though he did not have the best hand after the flop. This game is all about equity. So he did. That's a nice spot for Caesar. He ran bad in a couple hands earlier tonight. It looks like he got quite a bit back.
Tracy in the chat's pretty funny. She says enjoyed the PLO stream. Good luck short stacks. I'm gonna go lose online.
Good luck losing.
At least enjoy it.
It's all about having fun, right? V with a garbage hand. Puzzle. Actually, the action should be on the other side, yeah. Caesar has the rock. Surprise, surprise. Chris is in. He raises to 60.
He has a monster.
But he can only raise to 50 since it's pot limit. Chris said, take those $10 back. You can only raise to 50. All right, so let's see the hands. Caesar suited ace, a double suited.
Double
so he's,
suit,
he's
yeah.
connected with the 7-5 as well. Chris, okay, he's raising with a 3-card rundown and a pair of 10s. Jack 10 suited. Looking to flop a royal flush, except Boz has the ace of spades, so he can't do that. And he flops top pair.
Who has clubs?
Nobody has clubs.
Just Caesar has running hearts
So-
and 2 pair.
Chris is never not going to bet here. He's betting all day. Yeah, and he checks.
Wow.
No, he bet 200.
He checked, bet 200.
He bet 200. He's like, he's never not going to bet here. He's bet with way less. Oh, he took it down. He wins again. He's up to almost 4K. Caesar has almost 3K. That's not a bad night's worth. I think they both bought in for 1,000, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if Caesar reloaded or not, though.
Yeah, Caesar did.
Yeah. Alrighty. On to the next one. A rock back in the familiar position in front of Chris. Todd's going to act first.
I really didn't expect one player to make all these hands that everyone else is missing with.
Right? It's been a weird night that way. But he's also, like I said, he's picking his spots well because he knows when to fold as well. There's those queens again. And he's got a little connection down the bottom with the 5-4 of spades. That's for Jason. Chad's got some connection up top and bottom. King Jack, 7-5.
Well, that hand's not right. That's the exact hand he had last time.
Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. We've talked about how hard it is to get hands back to back and hold them. If you do that in Omaha, that's just that would be crazy, like ridiculous.
And to win with it.
So we're assuming Chris does not have Queen Jack 10-10 again because the suits are the same as well. Flop comes ace high. Don't see any aces out there. Don't see any hearts out there. That doesn't mean the 3 hands that we can't see.
All right. Out of the 12 cards, someone could have an ace and a flush draw.
Yeah, of course. But everybody checks. Now there's another 7 on the board, and Chad looks like he has a boat. And since he's betting it, I would assume that that card is right, that he does have a boat.
135-ish? Or is it 235? I can't tell. It's a little bit more than that. Right? 140?
140.
Wow. So I'm not saying he's got Queen, Jack, 10-10.
So are we thinking he's got hearts and you think they're live, or does he have a 7?
I'm putting Chris on quad 7s.
Quad 7s, even though there's a 7 out there.
I don't believe Chad has a 7. I'm putting Chris on quad 7s.
That's cool.
Oh, 7-8 gets there for the win.
7-8 would be
and
a
the nail
pretty
called
sick
as
hand.
well. Eight seven's the only.
Well, look.
Oh, he's all in.
Here's the thing: 8-7 and ace-7 are both very realistic possibilities here. So that 7-5 may not be good if it now has the 7.
Oh man, and
does he have the
Chad
7?
takes it back. 7-5 beats 7 king.
He had king 7, 10-10.
Yeah, so.
And Chad had the other king, so he was basically free rolling there. He just didn't want to see the 10.
Man.
But I mean, you don't want to get caught in that spot when you're Chad, because it's like, oh wow, ace-7 and 7-8 are both combos that are very realistic there.
Would be out there, correct.
So it looks like Anil is leaving the game. As I said before, he told me, I think this is one of the first times he's played. He acquitted himself very well. I mean, there's a couple spots there that I love to have a talk with him privately just about some spots. But he's a very good player, and he'll pick this game up immediately if he continues to play. I hope he enjoyed it tonight, because he's good enough and smart enough to make some money at this game if he continues to play.
I mean, he was betting with the best hands. He's got rivered a few times, and that hand, unfortunately, he did turn a very bad card.
Yeah, and he'll learn some spots where where he wants to exercise some pot control with those type of hands, so that it doesn't get him in trouble on later streets, because there's a lot of bad cards.
Well, it's bad to make 3 of a kind when you have a pair in your hand too.
Right, because you're taking your boat outs away.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of stuff. That'd be awesome if that was a real hand. That's the kind of stuff that you're only going to learn by playing, and sometimes you have to lose in order to win, and you will. I just hope he continues to play the game because he definitely has. He's going to pick this game up the more he plays. Absolutely, 100%.
I did have a nut and have to stop. It's just a dark.
Well, so looks like we're going to do a straddle.
Yeah, it looks like we have $50 straddle, a pot-size straddle. So we're going to start this hand off. Either straddle or blind raise. I don't know which one, but I'm assuming
With
it's
the
a straddle.
rock, you can straddle to 45 maybe?
50, right? It would be, there's 20 in the pot, so it would be...
Why is there 20? It's 5, 5.
Oh, that's, well, because there's no blind
Right,
on this
so,
particular
so it's
hand.
15. 15 times 3 is 45.
Yeah, it would be 50 on there, normal, or, yeah, plus the rock. The rock plus the last blind, right?
Well, the rock and the blind's only 15. Because the rock is the big blind.
Yeah, on this hand, yeah. Yeah, so it's 45, you're correct.
And B is going to play the Queen 10, 9, 4 double suited clubs and diamonds. Only diamonds is covered up by Chad's Ace 9. So anybody got clubs?
Look at that rundown for Chris.
And Chris is not
Look.
folding.
Hello. Hello. I like that rap. Let's see, anybody else hit anything? So B's got top pair. Oh, anything else there?
2 pair for B. 10s and 4s.
Oh, he's got 10s and 4s. He does have 2 pair. But as we can all see, Chris has got the most equity in this hand, no matter what Todd. I don't care what Todd has.
Todd has a set of 10s. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, he bet 110.
Unless he has 2, 3, 6, 7 as well.
You know what? Todd's playing pretty deep here. If he's got a set of 10s, this could get interesting.
Oh, B raises to 375. Chris is not folding.
Is he going to just call?
It's rainbow, and he has a straight draw.
Is he going to just call?
And leave it open for Todd to reshove. Could this? Oh man!
This could be
2,
the hand
3,
of the
10.
night. This could be the hand of the night. Depending. Oh, Todd has Queen 10, 3, 2. So he's top pair, bottom side.
He needs the
So
ace.
he's not going to rip it here.
He was an ace queen. Ace queen is what he wants.
Is Todd going to get off this hand knowing that he's got the bottom and straight draw? I think he should just. I think he can call here and you know but there's 1,000 in the
fold.
pot. Well, there's 1,000 in the pot. It's what 265 to call. He's getting 5 to 1, nearly 5 to 1. I guess he can call. Only hoping. Since it's rainbow, see if he can hit an ace and be done with it. Otherwise, a 6 would be a disaster for him.
Yeah, 6 would make him not a happy camper. I think that's why he folds.
I think he knows basically
Yep.
where he
Bam.
stands right here.
I know my players.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's not. Todd's not one to mingle unless he knows he's redrawing to the nuts. And the only nut card he has right now is the ace.
There you go.
So he lets it go.
He can't call a raise and a call.
So basically, B has only 1/3 pot here, so we're going to get this in on the turn no matter what.
B wants to see a paint card for sure. That's a safe card. Makes him a better 2 pair.
So we're getting this in. We're getting this one in.
And Chris has the flush draw as well as a straight rip.
This is a call all day for Chris. This is neat.
Plus he's making every hand.
Yeah, he's got the world here. You know, he's got half the deck here as outs.
B just needs to see a paint card.
And he does. Yep.
He binks the straight.
Yeah,
he had every card,
yeah,
right? He had 7, 8.
He had the world.
Yep, 7,
he had
8,
the world.
9, 6.
He had so much equity in that hand. He can never fold. Never ever can fold that hand.
Yeah, he had a flush, straight draw.
And look, Todd would have made the 6. Oh,
my
and he's
God.
like, oh, that was a good fold. Thank you. Good fold.
Yeah, but he's folding on the turn.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, though, he would have made
Yeah.
the 6. If that 6 is reversed and he had called there, I think he still would have got off it, but it was just like, yeah.
Leroy Brown takes down another hand. He's the baddest man in town. Chris.
Chris is having himself a night. And I think B said enough's enough.
Yeah, that's 2 players down. We do have a 6-man waiting list.
B just ran pretty bad tonight. He knows the game very well, and he knows when it's not your night, it's not your night, and we're not going to reload. We're just going to call it a night. All right, so back in familiar position. Todd's probably getting sick of opening every hand. He's like,
That's true.
I'm really so sick of this rock being over on my right all night.
He's gonna fold the Queen Jack, King Queen 6-3. Go take a little break.
What do you think? Boz is going to raise with that hand? He's got trips. Boz, you got trips.
Oh my God.
Caesar's got the aces and double suited. He'll probably fold.
On the river. Whatever Chris has, the
Jason,
baddest man in town, Leroy Brown.
Jason's like, oh, I wish we were playing the 7-deuce game in Omaha because I got a 7-deuce-deuce. So
There's
that's
only
worth
one
triple.
jack left. Oh, look at that.
Always, that paired board always comes, but
He
Caesar
flops
does
a
have the
straight
flush
draw.
draws. Caesar has the flush draw.
Yeah, but he has a straight draw with the
Chris has
Jack
the flush.
10-6.
Chris always has something, right? He's got the straight and the flush draw.
And he leads out.
Yeah, I don't think Caesar's going to fold to 100 here. And let's see if he banks again.
Oh,
No, that's yeah.
but he's thinking his jacks could be good.
Yeah.
Nine's full of jacks
So
versus nine's
Caesar
full of aces.
Caesar might be able to get some value here. They check. Caesar might be able to get. We might be able to get about a $250 worth of value here. He might.
He
get,
does have jacks to look him up with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chris is having the kind of night that he's like, all right, well, if it only costs me $250, I'll call it. He bet 130 instead.
Yeah.
I think he could have got $250. Is he going to raise?
No, he just calls.
I just thought maybe he'd make a play at it.
You don't have the 9.
Nope, but he got max value. That was about as much value as he was going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have called the turn, or he could have led the turn and got value too, maybe. But he was only going to get one street regardless.
There's a new rock owner tonight.
We're not used to seeing the rock
Caesar
anywhere
takes
else.
the rock from Leroy Brown,
Although Caesar's had himself a good night too.
the baddest man in the whole damn town.
He's up.
Chris.
Chad's had up over 1,000. Chris is up over 3,000. Not a bad night.
Chris has definitely put the dagger in a couple players tonight. And the hands that beat Anel and B, they both played their hands great. They both had the best hand the whole time, but everybody had value,
Yeah, there was
equity,
too much. And
whatever you want to call it, in their hands that they could not fold.
And that's what this game is. It's a game of equity. It's a game of draws. And there's nights when your draws hit and you make a lot of money, and when they don't hit or you get drawn out on, and that's when you walk away a loser. It's not necessarily you played bad or you played wrong. It's just
The wrong card came on the river,
Right.
and
it's where you get hurt in this game is when you play too many hands that don't have equity and you're looking to bank those cards that, those gut shots, those you have no redraws with.
the boss is going to raise, and Chris with the double suited queen 10 with the 5-4 is not going anywhere
Yep.
tonight.
He's got some connection two ways here, so he's going to look at it.
He doesn't care what comes out there. Of course, he has a nut flush draw to a set,
This could be a big one.
and they holding 2,000 for the boss.
Yeah, this
He's could get paid here.
Vaz has got to bet this.
He
He's
better pot it.
He's got to charge.
bet.
He's got to charge Chris. Chris isn't going to fold. He's got a straight and a flush draw.
Oh my goodness!
So he's got the nut draw both ways. He's not folding.
You don't want to see a spade unless it's a 7 of spades.
7 of spades, right? Safe card.
The 8 is a great card. He's never folding.
You gotta rip it again, Boz. You gotta go 500 here at least, and maybe full pot.
Just remember, you're messing with the baddest man in town.
He bet pot. I think he just said pot.
A jack, a spade. The only cards, a 6. Oh my gosh, a red 6.
Oh wow, the 6.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I just saw that.
now he's double. Yeah, he's
Oh
got.
my gosh!
He's got a two-way straight and the flush draw.
Oh goodness!
Do you think he's got the heart to just rip it here?
He's calling.
Yeah, he's got to call. I mean, yeah, this is a no-brainer call.
Man, if a 6 come out there,
And a 6 would get him paid because a 6 hides well. He's not putting him on the 4-5 because. Ooh.
wow, that's a bad card too.
It's not. Yeah, he doesn't love that ace. It
If he
fills him
checks,
up.
If he checks, he
Yeah,
knows
but he's not going to
good.
get any value here, so he's got to check back. But man, he doesn't love that ace because of the ace combos that Chris could have that just beat him. So check back.
This is a safe check back.
Take your 1.7K
Yeah.
pot and don't put yourself in a spot that you're going to square him in. Unless he really feels like he has the best hand and Chris will make a play at him and he's just willing to call. If he's willing to call everything because he knows Chris is going to make a play, then this would be a good value bet. But Chris is
is going to show him I had the world. Look at this. How did the board pair? Because 2 players left, and now the dynamics is going to change a little bit with how the cards run out.
I'm curious. I am curious of his thought process there. Because did he think, did he just make up his mind that he hopes he makes a play at this pot? Or did he think he had a dry ace that he would get value from? So maybe just put him on a dry ace. But what happens if Chris rips it there? Did he have the commitment to throw all his chips in? Which I'm guessing he did. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made that bet. So that would be my guess there. Because you can get value from a dry ace there sometimes, but it would have been very interesting if Chris just went hog wild and decided to rip it.
One spade.
No spades. You've had your one time like 20 times. Let me get one pot.
He's maintaining the 96% VPIP. He did drop down to 95, but thankfully he was able to bring it back up.
Well, we're going to have to work on that number.
I'm like, how much is he going to call? I thought about betting 100 on the river in case you just had like a...
And you see that at 6-handed now, he's lost the last 2 hands.
Oh,
So the dynamics have changed
They have
and the
changed.
cards.
Chad has a 9-9 ace 9-9
Let's see if he continues playing.
suited ace. Of course he is. With basically just 3 love connectors. That king is suited, but I wouldn't be thrilled with it. It doesn't play well with his other cards.
Ace, queen, 7-3 for the Caesar. What a huge
Flops,
flop.
huge.
2 pair, nut flush draw.
We're not getting Caesar off this hand. Let's see if Chris bluffs at it. Because he hasn't been afraid to bluff at any board all night, but he checks.
Well, Caesar's getting trappy. Oh, he turns the nut flush. No one can try and steal it.
No, Chad has the low end straight, but he's obviously not in love with that. I mean, he's not going to really pay a lot. He might pay a street of value to a small bet. He's not going to pay off a huge bet. He's probably more than likely going to fold.
Oh, he does have the straight but no flush?
Yeah, straight. It's the bottom straight with no flush.
Man, if he had the 8 of clubs, that would have been ugly. Straight flush?
No, because you got to play 2 cards, sir.
No, he has the 9 of clubs, so if Chad would have had the 8 of clubs, he had to turn to straight flush.
Oh, if he would have had
Yeah,
the
he
8
says-
of clubs.
he says he's got the 9 of
I
clubs.
thought you meant 8 of clubs on the river. I was like, you know better than that.
No, I was saying.
Yeah. I was like, what? Stop it. But yeah, I got you. Yeah, that would have been real ugly if you had
I don't make mistakes back here. I only make mistakes when I'm playing.
on the table. On the
Yeah.
table itself.
Only
Right,
on the felt.
right. Alrighty. Let's see if we get some fireworks here in the last few minutes of this stream.
What goes up must go down.
Chris is gonna loved every hand. He's definitely gonna love this hand. 6-5-5-3. That's a monster for him. Jack 10, 10, 7 for Todd, who calls. Dry ace for Boz, but he does have a little bit of wheel connection there with a Broadway connection. So it looks like we're gonna go 4 to a flop after a raise from Todd. Everybody says, "Hey, let's see if we can flop something here."
Diamonds are bad. Boz has queen high diamonds versus jack high diamonds. Chris is looking straightly for wheel cards.
Caesar's looking to flop something funky,
The wheel is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
and he does flop spades. He's got the only spades. A kid think he's thrilled with 7 high spades, but they are the only spades. Todd's got block. Well, Todd flopped the
flopped
nuts.
the straight.
Todd flopped the nuts, and he's got the 10 blockers anyway, so it makes him likely that he's got the only Jack 10. And
Caesar- everybody folds.
Caesar's not going to call with just a 7 high flush draw.
I think I might have raised with that.
With a
7 high flush draw.
Hey, he could have got there. As it turns out, he could have raised, and we could have got it all in, and the spade could have hit, and he would have won. Todd says, "Give me that rock. My turn to have the rock."
The rock is being moved around right now. Everybody's getting a chance to win a hand. We got 2 players get knocked out or not want to reload after playing their hands and getting unfortunate runouts.
Well, nothing interesting so far in these 2 hands. Chat does have a suited connected hand, but he does call with the 2 4s and 10-9 suited.
There we go. Chris is back to ace, king.
Oh, he's going to
king,
fold this
deuce.
one.
King's double suited. And Todd's got jacks with ace, jack suited.
All right, Chris, yeah, surprisingly, Chris plays this hand. I don't know. It just seems to be way too good.
Here comes a re-raise.
We got good hands here, though.
What?
Todd raised. He's just going to see a flop.
Wow. Is that trapping or afraid of aces?
I would like to pop that one because you're blocking the aces.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, just enough. Flush
Fireworks.
draw. Just enough.
Chad
flush
with
draw.
a set and hearts
Yeah. Todd has a wheel draw, but Chris has got, I mean, he's got kings with the nut flush draw, with the wheel draw. He's going nowhere. Todd will probably fold, but he has wheel outs.
He's gonna fold. There's a bet and a call.
He's 115 in the 475. His jack could possibly still be good. And he has the jack of heart blocker, so that means he can, and both his two jacks will be live. He doesn't have to worry about hitting
And
a jack that makes a flush.
again, I know my player.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, conceivably he could have called there if he wanted to get a little gambly.
Yes, because if he turns a jack, it would not hurt him.
Right, and because like I said, it wanted to bend the jack of hearts. He was blocking
And the
that.
set of fours is way ahead.
And see,
Any bet's getting called.
see what Chad likes here is he has two heart blockers. It does not necessarily that his hearts are good as a redraw, but he also knows that if Chris is on the flush draw, which he is, he's got two of those blockers.
Oh, there's a call. And a 5 and a copy makes a straight, but
Yeah, he doesn't love that card. It's going to probably go check, check. And it does.
and Chad takes down a pot.
Chad takes it down.
He gets to rock with a set of fours. Takes down a little $1,000 pot.
So
$975.
Chad correctly put Chris on the draw. And even though he didn't like that 7, he probably wasn't as worried about that draw, the straight draw, as much as he was about the hearts. So normally, but he didn't want to go crazy just in case there was, a bigger set out there, which does happen more often in Omaha than it does in Hold'em. But having those heart blockers really made him feel safer about, opening. Gave Chris worse odds, obviously, to chase after that flush. You like to have those blockers when you put your opponent on the hand. He's chasing the same exact suits.
Well, the dynamics have definitely changed since we went to 6-handed. Once B and Nell decided to not reload after.
I'll change the cards around.
Yeah, it makes the dynamics different. And
Chris hasn't been able to pick up some of these pots, but he's had big hands.
monster hands.
But it's a game of draws. If the draws don't get there, and you get charged properly to see those draws, then that's when the downswings happen.
Jason's in the mix. He should have a pretty big hand here. Double suited.
Trip queens. That's a good hand for drama, huh? Come play our mixed
There
games.
we go.
Come play our mixed games.
Jason double suited.
Call for the mixed games. If you get trip queens and drama, huh? If you play mix, that's a great hand. So come play.
I've been getting that all night.
Yeah, he folded, obviously.
And look at Chris. 7-7 5 deuce. Actually the best hand right now.
So
Chad has a flush draw with 10 high. Jason has an 8 high.
Jason has an 8 high flush draw and is drawing dead. Where's the king? Where's the?
Oh man, that could get Chris in trouble with a set of 7s. Does make a straight possibility out there, which the 10-8 is there.
We have the straight at the 10. Chad has the straight, and he just calls a bet from Jason, who is hoping his two-way. He's got a combo draw, but he's dead both ways. And
The board pair, Chris.
Makes his boat, and Chad has a dry jack. He may pay a street of value here. He may pay this off. 105 from Chris. I mean,
Chris is just calling with the bottom full house, but Leroy Brown, the baddest man in town, just got there again with the pair.
oh yeah, Chad won't call now. He won't call now. I didn't see that Jason threw the bet out there. I thought Chris was the one that bet, and then he could call there. But no, once Jason bets and Chris calls, that dry jack is worthless. And yeah, Jason was just bluffing.
Yes.
You know, hoping to get through.
And Chad does show he had the jack
Yeah.
with no help.
Yeah. Yeah, good fold. I mean, that's a pretty standard fold there, but still a good fold. A lot, like I said, a lot of beginning players are still going to call there, hoping that you know, with that hold'em mentality that I got trips, I'm good, but you're never good there.
And the rock is back where it should be, in the VPIP leader's hand.
Back in a familiar position.
Yeah, it's been there a lot tonight. I wonder if it's going to finish there tonight. We are getting close to the end of the stream. That's why the 2 seats are still vacant. No one was coming here late
Yeah, just to play for like
and get
30
stuck
minutes.
for 30 minutes or less. And
Yeah.
Todd has a premium.
Suited
The
ace.
8 deuce of spades.
We love the ace-8 deuces.
Dominated this entire game.
Everybody, we're going to have a family pot here.
Hands down.
Let's see what we flop here. Ace, 10, another rainbow board, and I don't see a king queen out there.
That's
Or I
because
mean a
it's in
queen jack, I
It's
should
in
say.
Chris's hand there. You can't see.
Yeah, we don't see the queen jack, but it's possibly Chris could have one.
Todd didn't call 50 to catch a jack.
But there's definitely going to be a lot of possibilities.
Let's see what Chris has. Jack 9, 8, 6.
Yes, of course he thought that was a good flop to bet.
Confused.
Yeah, when he doesn't make the flush, it
So
gets.
Todd is actually way ahead here.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he is, but that's a complete brick. No hearts.
Which improves Todd's hands.
Yeah, Todd actually picked up 2 pair. Todd probably knows he's good here actually when Chris checks. So he may throw a bet out there, or he may just he just checks just because too many bad cards. I mean, Chris doesn't get there, and Todd's gonna just check it back and win the hand.
Todd will take down the pot and get the rock.
You got a pair, you win. I do.
He says ace deuce, 2 pair. Ship it. So look at that. Chris is on the bottom of the pre-flop raising, but at the top of the board for the VPIP.
Yeah,
If he doesn't raise, he limps in every hand.
it's pretty standard too in Omaha. You know, since it's only a pot limit game, you call and see a lot of flops as opposed to raising, blow potsies, and miss, and then have to fold. So it's not a bad strategy. Keep your raise percentage down, keep your VPIP high.
Look, Daniel finally woke up.
He woke up. I saw him walk through there.
Yeah. He wanted to play in the stream.
But 7 o'clock in the evening is way too early for him.
Oh, yeah.
Come over 6
I know, I forgot. I live a life with a lot of obligations.
No, when you got
He's like, why didn't you guys call me? Wake me up. He goes, everybody called you 30 times. You just didn't wake up.
That's funny.
I didn't know that there was
All
a
right,
seat.
I guess I'll just go play some Big O
I
now
asked
instead.
Pete
Right.
a couple hours ago, and he said that y'all were full. And then y'all want to be off. Whoa, they never told me.
Getting close to wrapping this stream up tonight for everybody. Want to thank everybody in the chat and the for chatting with us and subscribing and liking. We greatly appreciate it.
Leave, but I'm fixing to go get my hotel.
Give out
So you leave your chips there?
shout outs to our friends Nick from Yuma. Jason's out there in the chat. Thank you. Siemens in there. Gary, thank you for joining us tonight. Andrew, Tracy, Steve is in there early. Thank you. San Antonio News.
Same cards.
Everybody, Chad. Chad was playing and chatting tonight and getting a massage, so he had a great time for sure.
Yeah, that's
Alex, thank you.
That's a heck of a night.
Jen, Big Cheese, and of course, Dee Dee Mama.
So we're pretty much almost a family pot here. 5, 8, 9, 2 hearts.
Mike Stone stayed the whole time in the chat and watching the stream. Thank you, Mike.
Jason has a heart draw. Caesar has a heart draw, but they're not great heart draws. Either one. Jason's his best. He still has the overpair to the board.
And Chris has a straight draw.
Of course. So Chris isn't going nowhere.
Does the 6 help him win it though?
The 6 would.
No.
would
Todd would have a 9 high straight. Chris would have an 8 high straight.
That's correct. That is correct. But Todd folds, so now he can't win with a 9 high straight.
And Caesar has a monster hand. He has a flush draw and a pair of 8s.
And Chris has the ace of heart blocker, so that's why he might use that to
He
bluff
goes
on the
check,
river.
check.
So the flush got there, but I would no, he did check back. I was gonna say, don't be surprised if Chris decides to throw a bluff out there. That's a hand you can bluff with. When you have the ace of heart blocker and the board pairs on the river, you can sometimes get away with a bluff there.
Don't forget, next Thursday's stream is going to be El Thunderbird and Friends. And next Thursday, July 15th, we are opening our doors. We will be open 24/7 starting Thursday, July 15th.
So kind of, yeah, it's a good way to kick off 24/7. Is we'll have the El Thunderbird stream, and then we'll never close again.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so there's your final chip counts for tonight. Looks like they're gonna play a dry hand.
Oh,
here.
they're going to do a dry hand? Or yeah.
That looks like
no
a dry
bomb
hand.
pots,
What is
right?
that, a $50 dry hand? Looks like 2 stacks of red, or
Yeah.
2 $25 stacks.
Oh, they're doing, okay.
Yeah, $50 dry hand. So we won't see the cards on this one, but let's see how it plays out.
We'll guess by who bets.
Yeah, man. Dare try betting.
You don't bet on dry hands, I thought.
Well, you do on the flop, right? Oh,
Well,
no,
that's
it's
a-
just,
that's a bomb pot.
they're just running it out.
Yeah, they're just running a dry hand.
Oh, then they
Yeah.
can slow roll it.
Yeah, they can slow roll the dry
I
hand.
gotcha.
So let's see. We got 3 diamonds and a pair of deuces. There's a
There's
flush
a
for
deuce.
Todd. There's a deuce.
King high flush.
See if he's got the boat. Nope, no boat.
No
Doesn't
pairs.
look like a boat. 6. Nope, we're not going to see any. No boats. It looks like that king high flush is winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Todd's going to take down the final hand of the night.
Nice little extra $200 there, right? 250. 50
6
times
players?
5. Yeah.
300.
Well, 250 profit.
Oh, yeah, 250. You can't count your own 50.
Can't count your own 50. Not in your profit.
All right, that's the stream tonight. Thank you guys for watching the 5-5 with a $10 Rock PLO game tonight. I want to thank everybody that played. Thanks for Jersey John for joining me in the booth tonight. Did a great job. Thanks to Mixed Game Mike for producing this and doing all our clips for the YouTube. Thanks to the owners for supporting us and putting this stream out.
Thanks to Chris and Chris for dealing the stream tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys. Did a great job. And I just want to see you guys Thursday night. Have a good night and good night.
Sue's getting up. She gets up, you have a seat.
Okay. Thank you.
Jason, there's a seat off or something. Big O, yes, sir. Hope you guys had a good time.
You wanna do a four?
Thank you. Good action generator. Fun. Who's sitting over here?
That was Chad. Yeah, it's probably Chad's.
Come on, Chip.
One's right there was B and Chad. B, that's what you. I'll give it to Chad.
If it was bees, he lost them all, so you
Yeah.
just chop it up.
Yeah.
I'm like looking